Seatbelt on. Welcome to the future.
All right, we're back, everybody. Get rid of that. Oh, hold on. Got to switch my screen. There we go. Get the true crime up there. All right, we're back, everybody. Dang, 30 comments? What are you guys having a secret? Cassie got first. We'll leave that up there. I'm going to go ahead and open up panel right away. There you go. Let me open it up right away. We were just doing a hangout. Now we're going to be switching to some true crime. covering those 2 cases that we cover. Just doing a late night. Do a little stream here. Only because my tablet is done. Hop on up, everybody. Pam, you're back. What's up? Carol Claus, how you doing? The music or the true crime? Yeah. Oh, true news crime. Yeah, hop on up. We chit chat. Oh, I didn't hit send. My bad, everybody. Yeah, thanks for hopping in, Carol. Talk some true crime now. And I got some Twitter stuff. My bad. I'm telling you, those hangouts take it out of me. Seriously. Thank you. I appreciate that, Carol. Let's hear it. That picture's so cool.
First again.
Hey, there you go. Oh, she said first again. Uh-oh. She's talking shit. Yeah, we got some Twitter stuff. Look at this. Let me get some music going here. So there's some updates on Twitter already from the episode of the Dateline.
Really?
Yeah. Let me see here. There we go. Let's set that. Let me switch. Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to hop up. Let's see here. Well. Knife sheath K-bar. Check. And for the people in the back, Papa Roger. What?
No.
He was fucking Papa Roger.
No way.
What? Oh, thank you. You know what, Carol? I just, we started watching Crime Lines and Lies on our show like a long time ago. And always loved her streams from way back when I didn't even have a show. And I never chatted much. I never did chat much in the true crime shows. I just kind of hung back and just kind of watched. And I might message something here or there. I just was never really, I don't know. There's just a lot of, I don't know. I just never chatted much. And then I decided to do my show. And she was one of the favorites that I always, the personality, the passion, the sarcasm. It just, it was the same vibe as I, try to promote and try to exist in. And so, when I started my show and we'd use her videos from time to time, and then I just started really messaging a lot more, after a while, just because I was, now that I started having my own show and started making content and stuff, it was like, because I didn't really know too many people on YouTube or even in the true crime stuff. I just watched a few and that was it. And so it was really hard in the beginning, trying to do it all and figure everything out on my own and stuff. And so once I started messaging and stuff, and then she came and checked it out, it's been nothing but love from her end, and I really appreciate her. I really do. I know I say the messages, in the streams and stuff that I appreciate and all that stuff, but I really do mean those words. So I appreciate all the kind things that she does uh, say about the show. It really does mean a lot. She's one of my favorites. We're going to be having a crazy show tomorrow night, Carol. I can't have members only streams right now. So we're going to be doing a Twitch sub only stream, which is basically a members of YouTube, but on Twitch it's called subs. And we're going to be having a show on the Henryetta horror topic, and we're going to be going into some crazy stuff that I can't just put out on YouTube. And so since I can't have a members only show, I was like, you know what, I can just do this shit on YouTube. I can just do this shit on Twitch. And then whenever I am able to do members only, then we'll be doing members only for damn sure. But I want to do it, and so I kind of have to work around it. It doesn't make sense to me why YouTube doesn't allow every content creator to have memberships. I think it's ridiculous, but yeah. So if you guys have Amazon Prime, it's a free sub on Twitch. But we'll be hanging out on Twitch for the next month, doing Saturday only shows where we talk about stuff we can't talk about on just regular YouTube airwaves, Oh, are they meaning they talked about it? What? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it says Papa Rogers. I don't know. I'm gonna click on it here in a second. I just wanted to. Yeah, we love her, seriously, and it's nice to see. And I want to say to everybody from the show, whether you're here with us tonight or you watch on replay, I really appreciate you guys going over there and showing her love too. She's a really she's one of those people that that truly cares. She's not doing it for subs or views or monetization type stuff or anything like that. You can tell that she's one of those content creators that really does care a lot. And those are the ones that I really appreciate the most, because you definitely have to have a heart when you're talking about this stuff. Yeah, I do too. I'm always every morning I'm watching her. I may not be able to chat all the time because I am working, and I was saying it today, like, because man, I was like, oh, I wish I could get up on panel on one of these shows sometime. I would love to be able to hop up on panel and chat with her a little bit about whatever she's talking about. I think it'd be really neat. So maybe, I don't know. I'll have to see if she has any notifications out. The only time I can really do it though is on a Saturday or Sunday. So. And I definitely don't want to come up there if I don't know too much about the topic, because I don't want to take up somebody else's knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But I'd love to kick it with her on the microphone sometime. Wouldn't that be cool? CLL and CJ.
That would be cool.
Would that be weird? Conversations with CLL and CJ. What's up, Brian Nader? Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yeah. Thanks for the Bleed Purple on Twitch. That's a sub. Appreciate it. Definitely check out tomorrow. We're going to be going into my crazy Henryetta horror theories, and they're not so crazy after you hear what we're going to be talking about. Not so crazy. Actually makes sense. But let's get into this Brian Kohberger stuff here real quick, and we can always chat about some Henryetta horror stuff too. It's definitely both that and kind of whatever else. So Papa Roger. Is this just Papa Roger's picture? Well, here, let me save it. Give me 1 second. Got to go into my case files. All right, save. Thank you, Jennifer Coffendeffer. So, what is... Oh, I can't zoom in on it. I can't read that. Does anybody have these documents? I can't... let me think
Can
here.
you save the picture and zoom in on it?
You know what? Let me try that. Yeah, let me do that. So we're in the Idaho folder. So let's save that. And then K-bar. All right. Let me see. Yeah, so let me get into my email. Let me send it to myself here. Thank you, Cassie. I'm a little winded in the mental tonight from only getting a couple hours of sleep each night. Sleep each night.
Ooh.
See, it's starting to hit me, but I'm rolling. I'm up. I'm going. I'm telling you. I got all the energy in the world. My mind's just a little behind. That's all. So let me send this to myself.
That's insane.
I don't know why. What? All right. Well, I got the search warrant. I got a whole bunch of documents in here already. What? Where's the... Oh, no. It's not loading them all. Trying to look through them all to see which one matched. I see Bethany Funk's subpoena. I'm not seeing this picture. What the heck? The non-decimation motion. I saved it to my Idaho 4 folder. I don't know where. Let me just save it again and I'll just name it this time. Hold on. When it has all sorts of weird freaking...
I'm going to mute for a second because their siren's getting really close and I don't want it to be too loud for you.
Okay. FWIJS is what it's named. FWIJS. Sorry about this, everybody. FWIJS. Where's that? FWIJS. There it is. All right. Send. There it is. All right. So, let me see here. Receipt and inventory of warrant. Okay. K-bar full size. That must be the sheath. Okay, description. So it just says leather sheath USMC logo. I don't see nothing about Papa Roger. And if anybody sees it, the Dateline thing come across, let me know. And I'll go ahead and search for it. While I was looking up Judge John Judge and stumbled on a Burkhart Law video that she posted on January 4th. Okay, so that's about the judge. This was 5 hours ago. One anonymous source said ID and glove and box was someone connected. So it was an ID from one of the students. Someone connected to King Row residence So it could be somebody else as well, but a connection. One anonymous source said ID was a victim. Okay, never mind. I just need to keep reading. What's up, Angelic?
You're firing on your last
Yeah,
credential, CJ.
CJ, read the whole damn thing before you comment, dude. One anonymous source said 2 random women's IDs. One anonymous source said he messaged a victim repeatedly. One anonymous source said he never messaged a victim. So that would be Ethan, I would assume. Ron Burgundy. I don't believe you. I love Will Ferrell. He's one of my favorites. So we're told that law enforcement agents surveilling Brian Kohberger in PA almost ran their car into him one night. He was walking by the side of the road wearing gloves, carrying his trash to a neighbor's garbage can. It was at 4 a.m.
What?
In 2010, Airbnb found... Oh, never mind. Why is that under Brian Kohberger hashtag? And Taylor watching the anonymously sourced Dateline documentary. Interesting. But it's overflow room. Below are updates regarding the hearings on Monday. Overflow room pooling hearing updates in State versus Kohberger. Let me retweet that so it's on my page. There we go. Some updates regarding Monday's hearings at the Latah County Courthouse in State versus Kohberger. Seating in the courtroom for the 9 a.m. Pacific time arraignment hearing will be first come, first serve as indicated in the courtroom conduct order issued this week. Should the hearing courtroom fill up, overflow seating will be provided in a second courtroom as was previously done in this case. So Court TV is going to be operating the cameras. They will also put a video on YouTube for distribution.
Nice.
Local TV station in Seattle, KOMO, will share via satellite uplink with various Seattle TV stations who can provide it to their network affiliates. So I need to go follow that news station. I think I already do, actually.
You might. I think there
I'm
was
pretty
a couple
sure I
things I
do.
sent you from them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, I don't. Oh, shit. Well, I do now. Como. KOMO. News provides local yada yada, nothing special. Seattle. Okay. So Court TV is going to be doing it.
Interesting.
They do. I like how they do their stuff too. Oh, I am not going to. We'll wait to hear what you think. SRB just what? Oh my gosh. I'm wondering when they're going to release the video for it. So this is the trailer for it.
As ever, just goes on.
Here, let's zoom in on it and restart it. The suspense. Where are you, Dateline YouTube episode? Come on, man. I want to watch it now.
Right now.
It all, as ever, just goes on.
And I love this dude's voice. I really do. He's got the great voice. And it just goes
Nature folds over the horror. The earth sprouts a coat of green.
Coat of green.
And new graduates have received their diplomas at the University of Idaho.
You are now.
I got a question. I was going to stream that, but then I thought maybe it might be too... I don't know.
Stream what?
The ceremony that they're
Oh.
talking about right here. But I was like, ah. I heard it was a sob. I heard it. There's a lot of tears in that one.
Yeah.
And like the
Probably.
family's coming up, you know,
Oh man.
stuff like that. He does have the best voice.
Graduates, so it's time to move your tassels from the right to the left.
Joy tarnished by the undertow of their very own Annus Horribilis.
They should still be here, you know.
This is Kayla Duane talking about Kaylee Gonsalves and Maddie Mogan, murdered along with Xana Kernodle and Ethan Chapin in that now infamous off-campus house on King Road, just behind Kayla's apartment building.
Just hurts.
Aw.
4 friends stabbed to death, allegedly by this man, Brian Kohberger, a criminology grad student at nearby Washington State University.
Can somebody please find me what this Papa Roger thing is? I'm so freaking interested right now, and I have those message boards of Papa Roger. I might read through that shit again tomorrow, honestly. Because now, if there is a connection to him and Papa Roger, I really want to freaking reread these things, because I know that Papa Roger shit was saying some shit, and that Papa Roger was like, no, this is how it happened. Like, totally, like, 100% headstrong into what he was saying and all this shit.
Yeah, if they made that connection, he's done for.
Yeah, like, that's straight up, like, because we all thought, like, when we read it, we were like, is this him? Because that's a lot of fucking facts about what took place, who was first, and all that shit.
Yep. That was nuts.
Yeah, saying, no, upstairs was first. It's like, what, dude? Yeah.
Had you ever seen Brian Kohberger before at all?
No.
Never heard of him?
Never seen him before. This is literally a stranger.
What's up, Ray?
These days, Kohberger sits alone in a cell less than a mile from campus, here in the Latah County Jail.
Angelic, I gotta hear all this. I gotta hear you. Oh, you're messaging some stuff in here the last couple nights. I gotta hear it. However, we gotta have that happen. Please let me know. I am so interested in what you have to say about all of it. Good night, Pam. Thank you for hanging out.
Good night, Pam.
We'll be back tomorrow, and I'll probably get on tomorrow afternoon, honestly. Maybe even in the morning. Because I think I might reread this Papa Roger shit. So if you're up in the morning, make some coffee, come hang out. I'm gonna be up a little late tonight, though.
Presumed innocent unless proven guilty. Well, the legal process swirls around him.
This is State of Idaho versus Brian Kohberger.
He'd already been charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 of burglary for entering the house on King Road. Was awaiting a preliminary hearing scheduled for next month. And then this week, a grand jury eliminated the need for that.
Yeah, they did.
By formally indicting Kohberger.
Swiftly, too.
He'll appear in court Monday to be arraigned and to enter a plea. The indictment itself remains under seal. An official gag order has slowed information to a trickle, but as you will hear, we have learned things, including exclusive information from a source with inside knowledge of the investigation about the infamous K-bar knife, the murder weapon, for one thing, and its sheath, the one the killer left behind.
Oh, gosh. I gotta check YouTube airwaves real quick. Where's this at? Where's it at?
Don't make us wait until tomorrow.
You know what I'm saying?
We're already here right now. Come on.
And seriously, if anybody... Ooh, there is a new video from Henryetta we're going to check out. Just came out about 10 minutes ago. I don't care if it's like 8 in the morning. Somebody Facebook call me or something. Wake my ass up. Say, CJ, get the fuck up. The shit's out.
I'll do it.
and I will get it. I will get the fuck up.
Like back to back to back. Better wake your ass up.
I'm telling you, until I wake up. Until I wake
Set
up.
your alarms for every 5 minutes. You better get up.
I'm turning my notification sound all the way up. I'm serious. I will get the fuck up because I cannot wait to watch this. I like watching this stuff for the show with you guys. So a lot of the stuff I don't even watch first. Probably 98% of it I don't watch first. I like to watch it with you guys first. That way you get my initial reactions, no matter if it's happy, sad, mad, or glad. I'm not seeing anything.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. And I could be like, you know, because my body's going, but my mind is kind of, you know, so I might not notice the headline like I usually do when I'm doing my prep. But I don't see nothing. So let me search the actual Dateline title. 1 day ago, 4 months ago, 13 hours ago. No, that's something else. I'm not seeing it yet. All right. So it's not out yet. But there is a new video on the Henryetta horse. We're going to check that out real quick. Unseen Thinker's Life. Dateline is next level stuff. It's no News Nation. Hell yeah, man. Or lady, whichever. I apologize. Thanks for hopping in and checking out the channel. What's up? That's a cool name. All right. Let me see here. Man, that sucks. All right. I'm waiting.
They won't release it till tomorrow morning.
I'm serious. Facebook called my ass. I don't
I know.
care. Over and over and over. I will get the fuck up and we will be getting into it. All right. Let me minimize that. Anybody, what is this Papa Roger stuff? Let's see. What else is this? Had two. Yeah, we already saw those. Let me see here. Was curious how Monday was going to work. Yeah, we read those. Let me see. That was from a couple days ago. We watched that. May 18th. All right, so this is all the stuff that whoops. Uh-oh, what did I just do? What the heck? I just got rid of my chat feed on accident. All right, let me go to this News Nation video on the Henryetta horror. I like 48 hours too. But yeah, Keith Morrison, man, that dude, he's awesome.
You like 48 hours.
Let me see here. Go to my folder. Yeah, would anybody know what this? Let me know if you find out what this Papa Rogers, like how did they find the connection? That's what I want to know. I'm seeing they say Ellie is convinced, or is there some sort of digital evidence that proves, you know? Because, I mean, we all thought from the beginning that Papa Roger was BK, but there's no. And he wrote a lot like a certain. Yeah, we read through all those. Yeah, we read through all those, and that shit is crazy.
I think that was like one of the first things I sent you because I was like, dude, do you see this?
Yeah, like that was back in like January, I think. I do need to go through my old episodes and find out which episode I did the read through of those things on and just make the videos out of it. So we have those. I don't even have to go do it all over again. I just already have it up. I should do that. I thought it would turn out to be that anonymous account that said he was hiding in it. Yeah, right? Yeah, that too. Yeah, when I saw the shit house in PA, I was like, oh shit, after he was arrested. Yeah, like said shit house out in the woods or something, right? Like out in the woods. I think he referenced out in the woods in that comment.
Mm-hmm.
It must have been leaked. Yeah, I thought it sounds like some new leak. Creeps me out. Even out. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, because
Yeah.
when we were reading that, we were like, what the fuck? Like this
Listen, it
person's.
freaked me out. I'm so close that I'm like, okay,
I need to
we're
find out.
good. All right.
Yeah, it was crazy. I need to find out what episode that was because
Oh,
I
jeez.
get the live reaction from when we read that shit. Go to, let me see, Yes the Woods. Go to when he mentioned things in November before even stuff came out like Sheath. You know what?
We might have to go back.
You know what? I think we might have to go through it tonight.
Yeah, I agree.
If somebody do me a favor, if somebody can let me know if this Dateline episode drops, let me know when it drops so we can go to that. I'm gonna watch this Henryetta video real quick, and then I'm gonna find those Papa Rogers stuff. And the other one was Inside Looking, right?
That sounds right.
Inside Looking.
Yes, that sounds right because I was freaked out when I read that. I was like, what?
Taunting everyone. Yeah, like he like Catherine Ramsland, like his students had mentioned that when he was studying under Catherine Ramsland, he would often talk over her and talk to her like he knew more about her and shit.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
So I can see why he was sitting there talking shit on the message boards. But, it'd be like he was in the fucking classroom.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is who the targets were. Like standing up and being loud. Unseen, I absolutely just mind blowing. Yeah, God. Yeah, somebody, let me know. All right, let's watch this News Nation video real quick. Victim's father, SO, shouldn't be allowed out of prison. Damn straight, man. I've been saying this shit from the beginning, and you can get mad at me if you want. I said, when somebody has a desire for apples, and then you try and tell them to have a desire for oranges, are they really gonna lose the desire for apples? Even though they don't like the oranges? Maybe they do like the oranges, they just have a desire for apples. And that's not good. Thanks for the sub, Darren N. I appreciate that. Thanks for hopping in and checking out the show. I don't think so. I really do. You can get mad at me all you want. Anybody, that I have my own opinion. That's my opinion. And I feel like if you desire apples and they tell you to desire, I just don't see how you can not desire apples anymore. It's like the church trying to expel homosexuality. Like the shit it's not a demon.
Right.
Sorry. But get mad at me if you want. But it's the same kind of shit. Like you just can't. I don't know. I just don't. Especially when the dude does the same shit in fucking prison he got sent to fucking prison for.
Mm-hmm.
How are you rehabilitated? I'm gonna start screaming.
I
All right.
understand why the hell they let him out.
Victim's father. Before I start going on a rant.
First, DOC. He's the chief. He's only been on the job 6 months, but man, is he getting busy on this.
Oh.
This is the statement he sent. The only way to change this culture and the perception of the agency is to challenge everything we do. This McFadden case is tragic, and no one wants to see a repeat of that. We're all working together to figure out what the next steps are. But here is the proposal. Major changes to the credit system, like so much that you can lose all your credits, even half your credits if you screw up. At one point,
Or how about if you get credits, you lose them too? Because it doesn't sound like they kept a tally of how many he lost. They just kept the tally on how many he gained. There's the credit system right there.
having accrued some. Here's how it works. If you're, there's levels of offenders. And if you're a good person in jail, you go up a level and you can start accruing credits faster. At level 1, you can't get any, but at level 2, you can get 22 credits every month served. You do that by following the rules, taking classes, being good behind bars, right? And 1 credit is a day off your sentence. So if you're a level 3, you can get 33 credits a month. If a level 4, 44 credits a month. There's some enhanced aspects to it. You can get up to 60 credits per month, 60 days off.
All right, give us the end game though,
Banfield. As a good boy.
Give us the end game. What's the end game?
A level 4 inmate can cut almost 9 months off their sentences. But McFadden was a level 4 for most of his incarceration, right? According to the DOC, he was assigned to a level 1, though, back in January 2017, following his misconduct in December.
Yeah, for 4 or 5 months, and then after that, he dropped down.
For 2016, that misconduct was actually in January 2017. He was caught with a contraband phone, sexting with a minor.
And this is after the other shit that he already got in trouble for. Doing the same R with other inmates.
Girl who's charged with it. They didn't really, get his credits taken away like this. So this is the change they want to, they want to make. They want to start taking mass amounts of credit away for people who behave like this, which means you're not going to get out, for good behavior. It makes sense because that was not good behavior. And what happened? We all know what happened when he got out. I want to bring in Justin Webster. His daughter, Ivy, was one of the girls who was killed at a sleepover at McFadden's home. Mr. Webster, you have been so diligent about making changes that will not bring your daughter back, but hopefully will protect other people's kids and other people. What did you feel when you heard that the DOC is actually making some concrete changes?
It's about time, to be honest. And I'm hoping that, it's not just a credit system. There needs to be longer sentences for these sexual predators and sexual offenders. If you ask me, they should spend the rest of their life in prison. They shouldn't be allowed to get out at all, and no credit system at all. They need to sit in there. If they have the ability to destroy a young kid's life in the beginning of their life, because they're going to have mental problems their entire life,
damn straight,
the sexual predator should be locked up for the rest of their entire life.
Oh, for sure.
Yep. So you, I know that things were so terrible for you and the.
For sure, trust me. If you have, it's because I don't have enough subs to do a members only, and I've had this theory since a couple days after the case happened. Okay. And I've been talking with somebody from Henryetta, and we actually had a very lengthy conversation today, 2.5 hours, maybe almost 3. And I can't have a members only show. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going to talk about that I can't talk about on regular YouTube. But in the meantime, the way that I can have a members only is on Twitch. The membership on Twitch is called a sub. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can sub for free. Because I don't have 1,000, I'm going to be hanging out on Twitch only, sub only shows for the next month. So that way everybody can get their $5 worth if they do spend $5. I'm going to be going into a whole bunch of shit that I can't on YouTube.
I can't wait.
Without members only. So it really sucks. I wish I could have been able to you know, to do that for you guys, but there's just I cannot not talk about this shit no more. And when I was talking to this person about all the theories I thought from the beginning, they totally agreed with me. So if you're able to, Unseen and anybody else that's hanging out, follow me on Evil CJ on Twitch, twitch.tv/Evil CJ, one word. And then if you have Amazon Prime, it's a free sub. And there's even people gifting subs, so definitely follow. And you have to be in chat. There is some gifts and stuff, but if you are able to do that, please, I'd like to have you guys in there too, because I know that there's a lot of the theories. I'd even like to try and have CLL on tomorrow if she's not busy. I don't know if she does Saturday nights or anything, but I know she's got a lot of great points on Henryetta. We're kind of in the same realm, and I would love to be able to have her knowledge as well. It's going to be I just can't say too much more. Yeah, it's going to be 7 o'clock Central. I'm going to put a community post up on my page tomorrow. Tomorrow late morning, just confirming exactly what time I'm going to be going live on Twitch. But yeah, definitely if you guys are able to and you want to hang out, and like I said, if you guys do pay $5 for the sub, I'll be doing Saturday night only shows on Twitch where we have the same conversations, because I'm telling you right now, Saturday night, tomorrow night is not going to be the only episode that we're going to be talking about this stuff. It's gonna there's already going to be a second show, and probably a third, and probably a fourth. So you'll definitely get your $5 worth if you do decide to hit that sub if you don't have Amazon Prime. Yeah, this is going to be some crazy shit, and I need to talk about it, but I have to be responsible too, and so that's why I have to do it the way that I'm doing it. That's all. Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow, I'm telling you.
I can't either.
Because I'm gonna be honest, it's way okay. I thought that I had some outfield theories when it came to this shit, and after these outfield theories are confirmed as existing, not necessarily proof that there's connections with the people, but I'm saying what my theory is, right? What I think is involved in taking place when it comes to all this shit. And I'm going to be honest, there's even more than what the fuck I thought.
Damn.
And it's shit that you're just going to be like, what? That shit? Also? Shit, I'm telling you, like, I would put $100 bet, and I'm telling you, I don't have a lot of money. I would put $100 freaking bet.
It definitely goes way deeper than.
Yeah, that maybe one of my subs, maybe a couple, would know or even think that this shit is existing. I was like, what? Like, I couldn't believe this shit. So I'm trying to talk to this person to see if they would be comfortable coming on tomorrow night. And who knows, maybe if they're not tomorrow night, maybe after they watch the show and they see how it goes or whatever, you know what I'm saying? maybe then. But yeah, it's going to be crazy. But I think I told this person that they would have nothing but love and respect from the show.
Right.
They would not have to worry about any personal or because I was like, look, I understand. I already could tell from how stuff goes down over there that when I'm gonna be talking about shit that I'm talking about, nobody wants to fucking talk about or even be associated with shit down there. Like seriously, it's safety issues. And so, I was like, look, you can be anonymous, ain't nobody gonna show you no hate. I know the channel, I know our community. We don't get down like that. We're totally about your comfort more than ours. And it's all about respect to you and whatever you feel you want to say or talk or anything like that. So I'm going to have some more conversation tomorrow. We're going to talk again tomorrow for a little bit. And, I know that we would all be respectful and show nothing but care and love. So,
Oh, absolutely.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be an interesting show tomorrow night, and I can't wait. I'm gonna rewind this. I want to rewatch this again here. Is that okay? Anybody else? If you'd like to hop up on panel, you're more than welcome. I'll throw the link out there again. It must keep changing it or something, because I know people were saying in the other show earlier that the old links, there's like old links now and stuff.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. StreamYard. All right, let me start this over. If anybody knows how we can get to this Papa Roger, please let me know if that Dateline thing comes up. And then we're going to get reading into some Papa Roger shit.
First, the DOC, Steve Hart. He's the chief. He's only been on the job 6 months, but man, is he getting busy on this. This is the statement he sent. The only way to change this culture and the perception of the agency is to challenge everything we do. This McFadden case is tragic and no one wants to see a repeat of that. We're all working together to figure out what the next steps are. But here is the proposal. Major changes to the credit system, like so much that you can lose all your credits, even half your credits if you screw up at one point, having accrued some. Here's how it works. If you're, there's levels of offenders. And if you're a good per jail, you go up a level and you can start accruing credits faster. At level 1, you can't get any, but at level 2, you can get 22 credits every month served. You do that by following the rules, taking classes, being good behind bars, right? And 1 credit is a day off your sentence. So if you're a level 3, you can get 33 credits a month. If a level 4, 44 credits a month. There's some enhanced aspects to it. You can get up to 60 credits per month, like 60 days off your sentence every month you serve as a good boy or good girl. A level 4 inmate can cut almost 9 months off their sentences. But McFadden was a level 4 for most of his incarceration, right? According to the DOC, he was assigned to a level 1, though, back in January 2017, following his misconduct in December 2016. That misconduct was actually in January 2017. He was caught with a contraband phone, sexting with a minor, a girl who's charged with it. They didn't really, get his credits taken away like this. So this is the change they want to, they want to make. They want to start taking mass amounts of credit away for people who behave like this, which means you're not going to get out, for good behavior. It makes sense because that was not good behavior. And what happened? We all know what happened when he got out. I want to bring in Justin Webster. His daughter, Ivy, was one of the girls who was killed at a sleepover at McFadden's home. Mr. Webster, you have been so diligent about making changes that will not bring your daughter back, but hopefully will protect other people's kids and other people. What did you feel when you heard that the DOC is actually making some concrete changes?
It's about time, to be honest. And I'm hoping that, it's not just the credit system. There needs to be longer sentences for these sexual predators and sexual offenders. If you ask me, they should spend the rest of their life in prison. They shouldn't be allowed to get out at all, and no credit system at all in there. If they have the ability to destroy a young kid's life in the beginning of their life because they're going to have mental problems.
It kind of reminds me like if you give somebody AIDS, you can get convicted of murder, correct? Or some sort of maybe not murder because they didn't pass yet, but or something like that where it's like a major charge, isn't it?
I have never heard of that. I have no idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Does anybody know? Has anybody heard that before? Because it's like, yeah, you commit a sexual act against a child. That's a mental disease that you just gave them.
Right.
So if you've given them a mental disease that they're going to have, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I was reading a message I just got sent to me. Yeah, it's like a mental disease that is going to last forever. AIDS is a physical disease that's going to last forever. What is the crime, or what's the punishment? Like, it's a mental disease that you just gave somebody for doing that. So,
hey, real quick, I'm gonna hop down and chat. The husband came home.
alrighty. Only with intent. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem.
What's up, Ava? That's interesting, Ava. Let's see here. It may be considered felonious assault. Hey, what's up? We're waiting for that Dateline, and plus, there's another video I came across with Keith Morrison on there talking about the episode tonight. This just came out a little bit ago with the father.
Their entire life, then the
Thanks
sexual
for hopping
predator
in,
should
Ava.
be locked up for the rest of their entire life.
So have you, I know that things were so terrible for you and the other family members early on dealing with the local sheriff's department and how callous and just sort of flippant they were about this whole crime scene. They just walked out of it without collecting evidence. And then the state came in. And from what I gather, you've had a much better experience with the state investigators. Have they told you anything that is new information or updates this case?
All I can say is that they're working diligently and they're not leaving one stone unturned, and they're really keeping what they're doing. I know they're going through a lot of evidence right now, and that's pretty much where we're at right now. But they do, I am in contact with them almost every day, just telling us they're working really hard and they'll keep going until the end.
Was there anything that they said that stood out?
Nothing right now. I know that they're doing the phone dumps and working through the electronic evidence.
Do they think there might be other victims traded to this particular home that we're seeing on the screen?
I can't really speak for them, but for everybody in their right mind, I guess you would say possible. I mean, you gotta kind of think that a mass murderer did that. There's no way that he hasn't done it before, but that's just speculation thinking.
They haven't said that to you necessarily, but obviously the case
No.
is progressing. Justin, thank you for being here
Yeah.
tonight. I'm glad that we can have this conversation, but obviously there's a long way to go, and I hope you'll come back again.
Yes, of course.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider.
Dateline NBC correspondent Keith Morrison is joining us now. Keith, this is a fascinating and horrifying case. And in this episode tonight, you have exclusive reporting on the alleged murder weapon and the suspect. Can you give us a sense of the reveals viewers can expect this evening?
Yeah, this is a very disturbing story, as you say, and we have we have kind of waded through the picket fences to get to the kind of information we're looking for. Partly because the information flow has been shut down as much as possible, given the fact that there was so much misinformation out there.
He's not talking in his movie voice. What's going on, Keith Morrison? Damn, man. Talk to me like you're reading a script.
Exclusive
What's
reporting
up, beautiful chaos?
on the alleged murder weapon and the suspect. Can you give us a sense of the reveals viewers can expect this evening?
Yeah, this is a very disturbing story, as you
Keith
say. And
Morrison.
We have kind of waded through the picket fences to get to the kind of information we're looking for. Partly because the information flow has been shut down as much as possible, given the fact that there was so much misinformation out there. Our information about the K-bar knife and how he came to have it, about the nature of those traffic stops, about what was going on in his home, about what occurred at WSU, where he was a teaching assistant, are all fascinating material and will certainly contribute to the case against Brian Kohberger, whether or not he's found guilty.
And he was just indicted by a grand jury this week, which means it skips the preliminary hearing, goes basically straight to trial. You may know this, Keith. Washington State University, WSU, is my alma mater in the small rural town of Pullman, Washington, which for me was such a feel-good place during my time there. So it makes it all the more difficult to wrap my head around this huge tragedy. You explored Kohberger's time there. Let's show a clip.
Kohberger and that knife traveled 2,500 miles until he reached his new home in Pullman, Washington, and Washington State University, where he would study for his doctorate in criminology.
Is it the kind of place where a person would want to go to do a PhD?
Yes, it is.
This is retired FBI agent Jennifer Coffendaffer. She's followed the case closely.
Not that many schools have all three levels, the bachelor's, the master's, and the PhD. And it's pretty well regarded.
So perhaps that reputation is what drew Kohberger west, or maybe something else.
Whoever it is that committed these murders, it's like being a casting agent that goes to find some part.
So the guest is at the end of the clip there, Dr. Gary Brucato, a forensic pathologist you spoke with. What other thoughts did he share with you about the crime and the suspect?
Well, he's a very interesting fellow. He's developed the Columbia University's mass murder database and has a tremendous amount of information about the kind of murderers behind the sort of crimes that we have seen here, and what drives them to that kind of behavior. Whether or not it was Brian Kohberger, it was somebody who had built up a lot of resentments over the course of his life, who felt underappreciated, underloved, was probably socially awkward, found it difficult to be in crowds, to be with people, had unusual behaviors, and was looking to level the playing field. And along the way would have quite a number of dissociative episodes. We have seen evidence in Brian Kohberger's case of him writing about having visual snow and that sort of thing, which is a kind of a condition that people who are troubled by a number of issues do experience.
Damn. How come he didn't give us the movie voice? I'm a little disappointed, Keith Morrison. Thanks for hopping in, Beautiful Chaos, while you're listening at work. I appreciate it. I do that quite often, and I love being able to support everybody that supports me. Do you have a YouTube channel as well? So did I check the Facebook where I checked it, but then I messaged back after you messaged again, Cassie, or is there another one coming? Sometimes it comes a little late. All right, I'm going to switch to this folder here. Now, we did watch the one from the victim's father. I'm going to kind of scroll up a little bit. By the way, I'm probably Sunday. I'm thinking Sunday afternoon. I'm going to do a short stream about Flora fire. I'm going to go ahead and do a small little show on Flora. Sunday, late morning, early afternoon. Let me see here. Oh, Harsh Reality. I do like watching his. What else do we got? I didn't know. Oh, this came out earlier, actually, but I'm going to wait for that one. I want to watch some Harsh Reality real quick. The real reason for the grand jury. I've been enjoying his episodes lately. So here is Harsh Reality. Then we're going to go back to the other one that you just saw. Give me 1 second. Let me throw his link up on the screen. And I'll throw it in chat so you can sub if you're not subbed. I appreciate his opinion and thoughts. I feel a lot of the same that he does. Ray's back in here again. What's up, Ray? Just the one I laughed at. All right. You got the shotgun out, don't you, Cassie? All right. Idaho 4, the real reason for the grand jury. Oh, man. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, you guys. I know it's late as shit. Usually I'd be already ending my show by an hour and a half ago. All right, let's turn this guy up. I appreciate him.
Are all well. So, look, it's Friday. This is the second video of the day. So if you haven't seen the first one, go and check that out afterwards. Look, what I'm going to say is this. This is bringing the end of the week to a close. Bringing the week to a close. See,
keeps falling off the shelf.
Friggin' week has been. My brain is done. My brain is done.
You know what I'm saying, man? Me too.
Me
too.
And it's a bit of a giveaway. So
see, I'm glad I'm not the only one where my brain is mush right now. I was feeling bad a little bit ago. Just check out the beginning of this show. I was all over the place with my words, saying sleet instead of sleep and all sorts of crazy shit. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Now I don't feel so bad.
Keep your eyes peeled for that. But with respect of the Brian Kohberger Idaho 4 case, I think it's fair to say that, look, we've said our piece. We've said what we think. We've said what we're unhappy with, what we just can't accept yet. And that, look, the reality is there must be a lot more to come out in the future. And I hope it does. I truly hope that the victims get the justice that they deserve. There's been one hell of a ride following this case to this point now, which is a grand jury. You do have to consider why they opted for a grand jury, because I've been trying to read and educate myself. You know, I talk about cases in the US. I have family in the US. I have family in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and Lincoln, Nebraska. But it doesn't make me an expert on your laws. I can speak to them and have a discussion with them, but ultimately, you know, they don't get into trouble, so they don't know a lot. But from what I can look at and what I've kind of learned, the only real reason that prosecutions prefer to go down the route of these
thanks for hanging out, SRB. I appreciate it.
It removes the ability to argue the case. There is no argument. This is what we want you to look at, and you make a decision. It doesn't even have to be a unanimous decision. I believe, off the top of my head, I think it's 9 out of the 16. If there's 16 of them have to agree, and then that's it. That's a done deal. And it just makes one in the Idaho 4 case, like I'm sure it does with many of you. If they truly had a slam dunk case, this was done, it was done deal, then why wouldn't they have gone to a preliminary hearing? Why would they have felt that there was still something there that could have gone wrong? That's the only problem I have. I feel that, the families have a right to know things. The public has a right to know things. The whole criminal justice system as a whole, it should be transparent. And especially when there's things like this that happen. To know that the system is being transparent breeds confidence in it. Like this situation, even if this goes to trial later on down the line and he is convicted, because of the way it has been handled, there will still remain doubt. We don't know so many things about this case, and what we do know does leave holes. It leaves us questions. We've seen the people on the peripheral, such as the Kim from WSU. We've heard from Dave from Moscow, Idaho, and it makes you wonder what these people.
I want to bring this up real quick because SRB threw this out to me, or it was either Cassie or SRB. I think it was SRB. About SRB or Cassie, do you want to put in chat what you think about Anonymous Dave? You know what, SRB, let me know when you're available tomorrow, whether it's late morning or early afternoon, SRB. Because I got an idea. I got an idea for tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon, if you're available, with the stuff that we've been talking about for tomorrow night. So she thinks, or some are thinking, it's Enon, Anonymous Dave. So let me know what you think, because I haven't really checked out Enon that much. Maybe a long time ago. Very long time ago. Definitely need to have an episode. I just need to gather a lot of... I know there's a lot of long interviews out there, but I can't have like a crazy long stream, so I need the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? And then that way we can keep it at a 3-hour or a little bit longer episode for that. I definitely like to explore it. It's got my mind interested. It's peaked. Do you feel the same way, Cassie? Do you feel like
Yes. Yeah.
I definitely,
So,
because see, I haven't watched it. When I first ran across him, there's a lot of talk about how, because he changed his story about some stuff. So I was like, nah, I ain't got time for that shit. But I don't know. You guys piqued my interest with all this talk lately about him.
well, one of the links
Maybe I'll have that show on Sunday.
yeah, one of the links that she sent you, they do a side by side where it's him talking in his normal voice, and then it's that Dave person talking with the voiceover.
Oh, with the
sounds
timestamps. I
exactly
never
the
got to
same.
check it out.
You
Yeah,
need to
'cause I
check it
came
out with the
home and
way.
I
Yeah,
I was so busy after work, even though I got off at lunch. Because that phone call was like 2.5, almost 3 hours. And then after that, cable technician came. and then I had a short amount of time before I went live for the hangout. So yeah, I apologize for not checking out that time. Should I check it out right now?
Yeah, do it. Because you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Do it.
Okay.
Because I listened to it this
'Cause we're
morning and I
talking
was
about
like,
Idaho.
all right,
Okay. Yeah, we'll check that out next, and then I'll go to the Henryetta video after that. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna finish up with him. I'm gonna get the other clip ready in the meantime.
Have invested, because it's these people who have raised both support of what is being said, but Kim especially from WSU has raised so much doubt, and we're supposed to believe that this is a person who is at zero. And then when you say that not only have you got this one person who is coming out and speaking, but you've got so many on a point that pushes the narrative, but it doesn't really hit like it. It's like the 10, and I could is there primarily to convince someone's, and a video to make you consider that their guilt is so far beyond the realms of possibility that it would make people doubt it. And that's the power of media. But when you take all of the noise away and you just look at the details, the bare bones of it, and you look at the car situation, and I mentioned this in a brief video earlier, you know, the car situation, the DNA situation, like to think that the DNA on that knife sheath was so minute that it could fit on the head of a pin. That's how small a sample of DNA needs to be. So if you take into consideration this crime scene, and look, this is what I think must have happened, and it is that there is far more DNA that would point in the direction of Brian Kohberger being guilty because of how minute it can be. So perspiration, to bleed somewhere, to do anything that would leave DNA at the crime scene. But then did they just fear that Brian Kohberger could turn around and say that he'd been at this property before? Which takes me on to the exculpatory evidence that could potentially come from Bethany Funk. Is Bethany Funk the person who could confirm that Brian Kohberger had been recreationally to this property in the past? So that would sort of rarely explain the reason for DNA being in this vicinity. And the knife sheath has not been confirmed as being the murder weapon's knife sheath. And
I need
there's
a
a lot of
hoodie.
arguments. And like I say, what I'm trying to get at is there's a lot of questions that need answering. But to me, from an outsider looking in, when it looks like this whole system has been gauged to keep people quiet, to move things along very, very quickly and avoid people being able to argue their point, I can't help but feel that this has just been gauged to get Moscow, Idaho free from this situation as quickly as possible. Even the knocking down of the property with which this happened, 1122 King Road, is all about getting back to business as usual. Nobody speak about it. You don't need to speak about it. It's not important. Let's just forget about it and let's move on. Let's let them deal with it. Keep it behind closed doors. Keep people from being apprehensive about coming here, about doing their business here, about doing their schooling here. That's the feeling that I get from it. And look, I could be wrong, but I think from this point forward, until something, and if something happens that absolutely spurns the need to talk about this case again, this day will be the last that we talk about it. And I know I've said it in the past before you lot start fucking whinging. I know. But look, we've said our piece. Like I say, we've said what we've had to say.
He's so funny.
He
And
really
all I
is.
can hope is that justice
is.
is served. Let me know down below if there's anything you would like me to talk about.
That's why I appreciate his thoughts, theories, and opinions. We have the same kind of mental when it comes to some shit. The next video I'm gonna show that. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I just agreed.
Oh, the next video I'm gonna show is the video that Cassie and SRB are talking about. This is another one of the content creators that I absolutely love. Justice for Jay. This is her channel. What's the 411 with Jay? I love her content. She's got a great personality too, and you can tell that she really cares. So here's her channel. If you're not sub, definitely go sub. Now I'm gonna go to the video here. So this is the video breaking Idaho 4 unalives grand jury indictment read through and discussion from 2 days ago. So let me see the timestamp. Let me see. 101, I think.
Yeah. You're gonna shit.
Hang on, I'm trying to find a video that I have. Zans is the stream boss right now.
She's got
Pesos,
such a great
Colombian pesos. Thank you, Colombian peso. Thank you so much.
She's awesome.
Yeah, I like her stuff too.
Yeah.
But wouldn't they have the coroner come there to pronounce them dead?
It's funny. I always come into her streams when she's like, you know
Like
how
Sanner, who pronounces? Can a cop pronounce a death?
like when I go on my rants and shit because I'm passionate about something. I always tend to hop in her shows when she's all passionate about something, when she already started on a topic and shit. She's like, yo, CJ, you always come in here when I'm fucking animated.
Let me know what you find out.
Sorry. Sorry.
So let's switch gears for a second and let's talk about this student that has come out. This has been brought to my attention that there's a student nicknamed Dave that has come out and given some information or whatnot. And I don't think it's legit. I don't think the dude's legit.
There you go, Ray. And then here's the link. She's great. She's got great thoughts, theories, and
All right, we'll wait for Mary to find out. Maybe someone can look up who pronounced at Murdaugh's scene. That's a good.
Trust me, I only show you guys people that I actually trust. And if it's somebody new and we come across something and it's like, yeah, that's not the kind of shit that I would want to put out there myself. And so I don't play, you know, because there's definitely people, I mean, and, you know, big time people too that we've played before and they have great theories and opinions. There's just sometimes it's like, nah. Yeah, that's too far. Appreciate it, right? Yeah, definitely. She does a lot of streams in the mornings. And I'm telling you, it's great personality too.
Good idea.
Thanks for subbing her,
To
Ray.
compare.
Appreciate it. Tell her I sent you.
Okay, so what do you guys think? We're going to do another poll before we start.
She'll know you're good people.
69% of you think that, or 68% of you think that Emma Bailey will be a part of this case. We're going to do another poll.
I kind of do. I need to do more
Do
polls.
you think
Damn
the
it.
student, Dave, is legit? You get a yes or no. You don't get a maybe or I don't know.
Yeah, just a yes or no.
Straight
She's
up.
so awesome.
Yes or
Yeah, we ain't fucking around.
Nope.
Ain't
Got copped again.
no maybe
Waiting
shit.
for Jennifer. Hi, Heather. Hi, Chica. Hi, peeps. Waiting for HR. Dave is Saeed. Who's Saeed? One maiden night. I don't think so either. Okay, so I put something together. Let's take a listen.
I'm not sure,
Who's
Ray.
Saeed, though, Stevie? I don't know who that is.
I don't really pay attention to that. Midwest, I think, maybe.
I think it sounds like Iden Harsh. That's what I think.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think.
I trust her opinions. For damn
I
sure.
have something to play for you,
Florida.
though.
Okay, thank you, Ava.
Get a picture up here.
Y'all know better than I. Huh. Okay, so they're gonna play the audio. Maybe I'll mute my music here.
I know where it's at. Getting confused here. Okay. Now, this is just going to be audio.
All right.
You're not going to see anything. But this is clips taken from Hidden True Crime. Hidden True Crime interviewed Einen.
Can you throw
whatever
that
his
link
name
up there,
is.
please? Hidden True Crime.
And then there's some clips from Dave being on other channels. So
Tampa Bay thingy.
let's take a listen.
Yep,
You
yep.
guys tell me what you think after you hear it.
Evil.
They don't know how to drink
Whoa.
because they don't drink, so they don't know how to handle themselves, and they're just dumb. And
Oh, the laugh. Okay. Hold on. Let's listen to that laugh. Whoa. What the hell? What the heck? Let's listen to that laugh again. Where'd it go?
so they don't know how to handle themselves, and they're just dumb. And
yeah.
So he went.
No, never. I mean, we had like a couple things that would happen from like people from out of town, like a lot of people from like Spokane or Seattle for some weird reason will come out to Moscow Pullman area to come party.
Mhm.
And there was like a kid that got like robbed at gunpoint, I think,
Mhm.
a few years ago. But it was somebody that wasn't even from here. Anytime we ever have anything kind of crazy like that happen, it's always somebody that's not from here. So
like the cops are like there's like probably like 20 cops parked in like the parking lot next to our
no, never. I mean, we had like a couple things that would happen from like people from out of town, like a lot of people from like Spokane or Seattle for some weird reason will come out to Moscow Pullman area to come party.
Mhm.
And there was like a kid that got like robbed at gunpoint, I think, a
Mhm.
few years ago.
Just help a brother out here.
But it was somebody that wasn't even from here. Anytime we ever have anything kind of crazy like that happen, it's always somebody that's not from here. So
nobody wants to party. Like the cops are like
Creep Town,
like
dude.
there's like probably like 20 cops parked in like the parking lot next to our neighborhood. Like, and there's like probably like another 5 like in the house like all day. There's always one
How often
that's
he's
there
so
all night.
great.
So it's like I don't think anyone's trying to party with, you know what I mean? Like for whatever reason.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I heard that. I listened to that this morning.
Whoa.
Yep. They talk exactly the same.
Can somebody send me the actual Hidden True Crime link for that? If not, let me search it up. It just gets crazy buggy on the StreamYard when I search on YouTube. It was doing it while I was doing the harsh reality shit. Yeah, that laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh, I really need to go through his interviews. Wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I want to listen to that again. Let me see. I'll see if I can search it. Hold on.
Yeah, the laugh and everything.
Yeah. Where did it start? Here?
Awesome, Mary. That's what I need. Let me know what you find out. Okay, so what do you guys think? We're going to do another poll before we start.
The next time you say like, right.
69% of you think that, or 68% of you think that Emma Bailey will be a part of this case.
What do you guys think?
We're going to do another poll.
I have a feeling she will.
Do you think the student, Dave,
67% though. That's interesting.
you get a yes or no? You don't get a maybe or I don't know.
Just help a brother out here.
I got copped again, waiting for her. Hi, Heather. Hi, Chica. Hi, Peeps. Waiting for HR.
She's so cool.
Dave is Saeed. Who's Saeed?
Thank you, SRB.
One maiden night. I don't think so either. Okay, so I put something together. Let's take a listen. Who's Saeed, though, Stevie? I don't know who that is. I think it sounds like Aiden Harsh. That's what I think.
Wow.
That's what I think.
We're just going to listen to this one because
I have
it's a
something
shorter
to play for
clip.
you, though. Hold on.
And then I'm going to share the hidden true crime video.
Get a picture up here.
So that way you can have the link to that source as well. That shit's crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm going to mute this.
Oh, I know where it's at. Hold on. I'm getting confused here.
Okay, not yet.
Okay. Now, this is just going to be audio.
Okay, so I'm going to put the link to this video in chat. This is at 1:04:42. If you want to save it for your own playlist there. 1:04:42. And this is right when she starts getting it. This is crazy interesting.
You're not going to see anything. But this is clips taken from Hidden True Crime. Hidden True Crime interviewed Einen, whatever his name is. And then there's some clips from Dave being on other channels. So let's take a listen. You guys tell me what you think after you hear it.
They don't know how to drink because they don't drink, so they don't know how to handle themselves, and they're just dumb and
yeah.
Like, no, never. I mean, we had like a couple things that would happen from like people from out of town, like a lot of people from like Spokane or Seattle for some weird reason will come out to Moscow Pullman area to come party, and there was like a kid that got like robbed at gunpoint, I think, a few years ago. But it was somebody that wasn't even from here. Anytime we ever have anything kind of crazy like that happen, it's always somebody that's not from here. So
like the cops are like there's like probably like 20 cops parked in like the parking lot next to our.
No, never. I mean, we had like a couple things that would happen from like people from out of town, like a lot of people from like Spokane or Seattle for some weird reason will come out to Moscow Pullman area to come party, and there was like a kid that got like robbed at gunpoint, I think, a few years ago.
Just help a brother out here.
But it was somebody that wasn't even from here. Anytime we ever have anything kind of crazy like that happen, it's always somebody that's not from here. So
nobody wants to party. Like the cops are like
Creep Town.
Like
dude.
there's like probably like 20 cops parked in like the parking lot next to our neighborhood. Like, and there's like probably like another 5 like in the house like all day. There's always one that's there all night. So it's like I don't think anyone's trying to party with. You know what I mean? Like for whatever reason. So it's kind of funny. I thought they were like, just trying to like speed trap and pull people over for like the first few weeks, but then I realized that they're just nonstop working on this case. So they're always here.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird though because he was also at Wazoo, and like we're like as colleges we're pretty close over. Like it's not normal for like several cars of like kids to go back and forth to go to each other's parties and
like one of my neighbors returning hello after me. So I heard a car shut, a door shut, and then apartment door shut, and also a scream. But that's normal. I always hear screaming almost every Saturday night. So I didn't really think of it. And so but
Okay, this is what I don't understand about it all, though. And we'll finish the rest of the video. I want to respect her, the content creator, so I'm not going to play the whole thing like that. This is my biggest question. Why did he need to be anonymous and have a voice changer then if he's already done all these interviews already?
Maybe because he's changed his story so much
That's
that he doesn't want people to come after him, potentially.
because that's why I really never checked him out prior, was because his story changed right off the bat, and that's when I'm like, no, there's other stuff that I can cover about the case.
Yeah, but now it makes you wonder.
I don't know. Why?
Because didn't he stay not too far from the house?
Yeah, he was a neighbor. But
Right.
the
And he
dude
talks
still-
about and I don't remember which episode of Drunk Turkey it was, but he was talking about how he could kind of see, what was it? He could kind of see the house from his bedroom window, right?
Yeah.
But then the switching of stories, and now we're listening to what we're listening to, and it kind of makes you go,
Yeah, but what can you believe?
I don't know.
Because he wants to reinsert himself and he knows he's already known.
That would make sense too.
Or he has something to do with it.
Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe. I've got a wild
What's up, Stacey Renee?
theory on BF now too. I was
Oh, for
talking
real?
with my mom about it the other day, and I thought she was gonna have to pick her jaw up off the floor.
Well, some bitch. Some
no,
bitch.
I am blanking.
Hold on 1 second, though. I just want to say thank you to Stacey Renee for checking out the channel. I appreciate that. She says Lena at Truth and Transparency is friends with Elon Harsh. Dave was on her show. So it really is Dave. Yeah, thanks for hopping in and checking out the show. I appreciate it. We love her content as well. We really do. We have I'm telling you right now, they need the home team productions and Truth and Transparency need to go to Hollywood, because y'all can make some fucking content. I'm just
Right.
saying, it's like a movie. The shit pumps you up. Yeah, go ahead, tell me. So about BF.
So you know
What?
where her bedroom was,
Yeah.
and we were going over that audio where you can hear the yelling and the dog barking and people talking.
Yeah.
When it was something that SRB sent, where it went over how they pulled the forensic data from her phone. Now this could be pretty far-fetched. Just hear me out.
Hey, what's up?
Because of how distant it seemed, but it was obviously close. It wouldn't be coming from D in her room, but let's say BF had friends over, and the forensic data that was pulled or leaked was that audio that could have come from inside the house. Because I've said before, that audio there's no way it was captured from outside of the house. It had to have come from the
Oh,
house.
yeah.
It's legit.
Yeah, if it's legit, it was inside. It wasn't outside.
What if it came from her phone, from her room downstairs? Because you would still be able to hear some things, but it would be muffled like it is in that audio. Where you can hear the yelling, but it's not super close, like if you were upstairs on the same floor.
Let me go to the house tour real quick. Okay, so let me get what you're saying clear. I'm gonna ask you a question. to see if I understand completely what you're saying, because I want to. Okay. So BF is right here. Okay. Downstairs, bedroom off to the right of the door there. So you
It's showing the
say,
floor plan.
yeah, this is ooh, I can zoom out.
I don't
This
see
is
it, CJ.
Oh shit. Here we go. I'm sorry, we're still stuck on the other one. All right. So here's the door that goes to the parking lot.
Right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Stacy Renee, yes, I think Dave is Ina. I know, I heard. We're going to finish that clip in a second, but we're going to explore this theory here. So there's the front door, right?
Mhm.
Parking lot's right outside that door. So you're saying that BF, which is in this room, where do you think this phone was when it was recording? So you think there was a phone from down here that was recording the audio through here, correct?
Mm-hmm. Or I
Okay.
guess it wouldn't be right above them. I keep getting those rooms backwards down there.
Okay, so we're going to look at a view like this now. So BF is downstairs where my hand's at, if you can see it.
I can
think
see
you
it.
can. All right. So BF is right there.
Mhm.
So, and it's recording.
The yelling.
Should we listen to it again? Should
Well,
we
yeah, because
listen
think about
to
it.
the
That's pretty
recording?
open.
Okay.
And that stairwell's pretty open. I mean,
Well, I have to go to my previous episode because the re-upload from Van Life is shortened dramatically. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to this. Give me 1 second. I know what episode. It's episode 137 on my show. So let me go to live.
yeah. SRB just said the time frame was clearly stated. It was confirmed by BF's phone extraction.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up this audio real quick. Let me see, 137. Wow, that's a ways back. I'm at 186 or 7 now. Holy shit.
You're climbing the ranks.
I'm just putting in that work. This is it, I think. Okay, now if I remember right, it was timestamp 253 or something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna play this audio here, and we're gonna show you what we're talking about. Then I'm gonna flip back to the house tours, so we're gonna finish up with Cassie's theory, and then after that, we're gonna go back to. Oop, I need to remove that banner while we're not doing that. Then we'll go back to the what's the 411 with Jay, and we'll check that out again. After, like, seriously, like, I never really checked him out that much, Enon. So I'm definitely going to re-listen to the interviews again that he did, and I'm going to share that one with Hidden True Crime as well. Definitely going to check it out again. And after hearing that audio that you guys sent me from what's the 411 with Jay, I definitely feel you as well. I feel like it is the same person. I mean, you just
Mm-hmm.
we'll listen to it again. The time frame was clearly stated that it was confirmed by BF's phone extraction. I think the audio definitely could have come from BF's and phone, just my opinion. Do you want to hop up here for a minute, SRB? I know it's getting late for you. If you want to, are you able to hop up for a minute? Is this your own theory, Cassie, that you were thinking?
Yeah.
With your mother? Okay. So this is the audio. Let me put up graphic warning real quick. And by the way, if something is going to be triggering to you, for the graphic audio, just skip ahead 10 minutes in the video, just hit pause, or come back in 10 minutes, or if you're on replay, just skip ahead 10 minutes, and we will be moving on to the next subject. planning on doing the theories because I've been planning on doing the theories for a week now, and different shit's popped up. So, but we're gonna go ahead and check this video out, and then we're gonna end it for the evening. This is Van Life Adventures, an open mind perspective, but has a different YouTube handle, but I have. It's always weird watching myself. Thank you everybody for hanging out tonight. I appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Definitely check out the theories. I'll throw the links up here while we're watching this. It's always weird. Definitely check out the interview with Suzanne Andrews. She needs more love, and I'll throw out the link to the theories and interviews episode that we did. And if you're able to come back tomorrow night and you want to share your thoughts and opinions on whatever theory you think exists, whether it's your own or something that was maybe from one of our theories that we explored that evening. Sorry about that. I thought it was there. Wrong. It was a couple minutes. Here we go. Sorry about that.
Now we're right. I'm here.
This is speculative, supposed, never confirmed audio of when right before the unaliving and during the unaliving supposed TikTok from inside the home of 1122 Ray. Speculative. Oh. Holy shit, that's loud. Okay. Here's the video, or the link to this video. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for the sub, Trisha. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and continue the play. I don't know why it's so loud here. And if you want to see, they have like a closed caption of what's being said. If you... It's a tough video. Sorry. So what I'll do is I will share this link with you guys. This is my episode 137. Go to the timestamp. You know what? Maybe I should reference this video when this uploads after we're done, so then it can pop up on people's screens as well. Episode 137. timestamp 2:52:30, I believe, somewhere right around there. It will get into it. I apologize. I'm not able to. Let me see. Can I like actually zoom it more than what it is? Let me see. There we go. Okay. But you can have the actual full screen with that link right there. That's episode 137, timestamp 2:52:30. And maybe this will show up a little better on my screen right now. So I'm going to back up just a teeny bit to where it gets loud. And then that's where I on the show, the second part where it takes out, because the first part was altered to where it took out the dead noise. It took that out. The second part is where you actually hear the raw audio. Ray, can you explain more what you're talking about? And can you explain more in chat? I'm interested to hear about what you're talking about in depth a little bit more. And that must have been the TikTok driver dropping off the delivery.
So according to what I'm hearing, and if you can listen closely, the murder happened downstairs first. There was no sneaking in through the sliding door. You can tell that Ethan and Xana were attacked first, and you can hear them running up the stairs, chasing the two girls that end up in the room together. So they were not asleep in the same bed. They just died in the same room that they locked themselves into.
Wow. Damn. But that's all speculation, just so everybody knows. I'll go ahead and go back to that part in the video. Whoop. And I put the link in chat. But this is alleged audio from the 1122 King Road murders. None of this has been confirmed. The audio might be disturbing. The audio is disturbing. But that's what comes with these true crime cases. Oh, Cassie, where'd you go? Sometimes we have to discuss, explore, or conversate. I'll just let me keep chatting here for a minute about some of those things. All right, there we go. Just had to let myself say that there at the end because it's all freaking true. Cassie, where'd you go? I wanted to hear your theory now that we watched that audio. Okay, so now let me get back to downstairs. So she was talking about BF being down here and that audio coming from down here. This is what her theory is. Ray says this was a Mexican lady neighbor having a domestic dispute. She posted it and someone used it saying this. Ah, okay. Interesting. Well, there you go. Is there a source for that? Just so I can have that, just to make sure. Let me see. 100% though, he says, not related. Yeah, you definitely. There's the only way I couldn't even get the best audio. I would actually have to like not even be on StreamYard and all that and go back to the actual episode just to hear it. But that I played that because that is the audio that Cassie's talking about when it comes to her theory. So she was talking about it being down here. Now, Cassie, are you still in chat? What do you think about what Ray says? All right, so I'm in the meantime, I'm gonna switch back. Oh, there we go, YouTube. I'm gonna switch back to what's the 411 with Jay, and we're gonna listen to that Anonymous Dave audio. Crying Shame. I do sub Crying Shame. I don't know if I've used any shows. She came on and okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Cuz this audio this audio came out March 15th maybe, somewhere around there. It was like the beginning, maybe the 13th of March. It was like the beginning or the middle, somewhere around there. I don't know the exact date, but it was somewhere around there. Oh, I appreciate you guys. Even if you're just watching on replay, I just appreciate it. I know people, I know everybody's got families and pets and jobs and social stuff, and I just appreciate everybody hanging out with me, even if it is for 5 minutes, saying, hey, what's up? Appreciate you. So let's get back to that. I'm sorry, I keep calling her Jay is for justice sometimes here. What's the 411? I got to get used to that. All right. We'll switch back to that, Cassie, my stupid. Yeah, you know what, Cassie? Like, you really, whenever I'm streaming and I just use it for my chat feed. That way, when I'm watching the videos with everybody, or I'm going through my emails, responding, or checking out, getting the next video ready and stuff, I have to have one of these battery things always connected to my phone, because I'm telling you, StreamYard drains the shit out of your phone battery. I totally feel you. I appreciate you, seriously, because a lot of people, I just want to say real quick, I'm not going to go into something, because if you ever check out any of our episodes that talk about like mental health or things like that, there's a couple episodes that we've had. One of the reasons I started this show, I had watched the true crime, just a few YouTubers I had watched for a few years. And after COVID, well, still during it, kind of, I was pretty much isolated to myself. And so I dealt with it okay for a little while, but then after, not being able to see family and only existing around myself besides work, it totally did something up here, and, I started this show because I like talking true crime and I like talking, everyday stuff, just whatever. But I also started it, 75% of it was because I needed to, because I didn't know how else to battle what I was battling in my head when it came to what was the cause and effects from the lockdown of COVID. And so, like I really mean it. Like, even if it's 5 minutes of somebody hopping in and saying what's up, it means a lot more because there's meaning behind those interactions, even if it's for 5 minutes. So I really do appreciate you and everybody else. And even if it's on a replay and you put a message in the comment or something, like, that's another interaction as well, So I really do appreciate it. Okay, enough of that. I know I get on those sometimes. Let's get back to this. What's the 411 with Jay? Love her channel. I'm going to put the banner back up. And this is where we think Enon is Anonymous Dave. I can't remember the timestamp, so I'm going to do this just to find out. How long until you hop back up, Cassie? So that's why I need to make a new one. But this is why I always put this up in the show. Because I really do mean it. Like, I really do appreciate it. I want you to know. I'm taking the time out to write shit because I mean it. You guys have helped me out through some shit. I'm already past that hurdle. It's gone. And now we're just rolling. We're just going up that mountain, baby. You're good people. Thank you. I appreciate that way, Ray. Thank you so much. Yeah, for sure. I believe I'm subbed to them. I don't think I've used any of their shows, but I know I subbed to them, and if I subbed to them, it's because I appreciate their opinion. And I'm not saying that I have to agree either. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to agree. That's the beautiful thing about evolution. Not everybody thinks, does, and acts the same. But as long as you're on that peaceful and positive path, we can accomplish anything. Even this shit with Henryetta. I definitely do need to check that out, Ava. Thank you so much. Because, looking out for me, like, with that message you sent me with that information, I appreciate you looking out for me like that. And I'm definitely going to check that out. But I'm just telling you, this conversation's it's real shit. I appreciate that, Ray. I just try, I try and treat others how I'd want to be treated, not only with respect, but appreciation, value. But I'm also the same, where it's like, if you show me shit, that's what you're gonna get fucking back from my ass. Quick as shit, dude. There's not enough time. Like, when you think about the stars and the planets and shit, and how all the universe, how long it's been around, and we're just like a little teeny speck, I ain't got time for bullshit. Because the time that we spend on this earth is a tiny ass speck. I ain't got time for bullshit in that tiny ass speck. I don't. I get rid of that shit quick. Sorry. Sometimes people call me cold, but it is what it is. It's like, hey, man, I might not be here tomorrow. I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for it. But I do treat people with 150% respect from the very beginning. It's up to you to make that shit go. It's up to you. But I always give everybody 150. Because I know if I give you 150 it at least make you want to give me 125 back, and then we're just climbing. You know, that's how I approach it. We're just climbing no matter what. If I give you a little bit more than you give me, and we can keep that going, that's what I'm saying. We just keep climbing together. It's all about teamwork. That's the only way we can get this shit done. Whether it's talking about these cases we're talking about, or, you know, there was somebody that said one day, hey, why don't we turn that square rock? Let's round it off and make a wheel. That's a dumb idea, Jim. No, it's not. Let's try it out. All right. Boom. Now we have a fucking wheel, you know? It was once a fucking square. Now, that's how you got to do it. Sometimes we don't agree, but if we all have the same attitude and the same desire, we will get there. All right. Sorry about that rant again. It's late and I'm fucking loopy.
Okay, so what do you guys think? We're going to do another poll before we start. 69% of you think that, or 68% of you think that Emma Bailey will be a part of this
I
case.
appreciate you all, seriously.
We're going to do another poll. Do you think
Cassie, I want to hear your theory, or are you not going to talk about it?
Dave is legit? You get a yes or no. You don't get a maybe or I don't know.
Did Ray swivel your theory, or are we going to talk about it still?
I got copped again.
Every day can be your last.
For her,
Every
hi
day.
Heather, hi Chica, hi Peeps.
That's why you always treat people the way you want to be treated. Because it might be the last day, you know?
Dave is Saeed. Who's Saeed? One maiden night. I don't think so either. Okay, so I put something together. Let's take a listen.
Cassie, you did this shit before when it came to the Kohberger. What was the theory that you were supposed to finish? I made a short highlight video about it. The not one, but maybe 3 theory or something. I'm waiting on the part 2 to that too. Why do you keep doing this to me, Cassie? It's the suspense. Now I got
Who's Saeed though, Stevie? I don't know who that is.
I appreciate you, Ray. Yes, speculation.
I think it sounds like Iden Harsh. That's what I think.
All right, I need to mute this music here in a second.
That's what I think.
Thank
I have
you all.
something to play for you though.
Thank you all for hanging out so late. It's 1 o'clock
Get a
where I'm
picture
at.
up here.
And I've been up since 4:45 yesterday morning. But I'm going.
Oh, I know where it's at. I'm getting confused here.
Definitely hang
Okay.
out on Twitch
Now,
tomorrow
this is just
night.
going to be audio.
It's going to be
You're
crazy.
not going to see anything. But this is clips taken from Hidden True Crime. Hidden True Crime interviewed Einan, whatever his name is. And then there's some
Riz
clips
is awesome.
from Dave being on other channels. So
He made my true crime intro.
take a listen.
I
You
appreciate
guys
it.
tell me what you think after you hear it.
They don't know how to drink.
And you know, because it was cool. I'm gonna throw his link up there. It was cool because he was in the show for a while, you know, and just chilling in the back, you know, messaging here and there. And then one day he messaged me. He's like, CJ, do you want an intro for true crime? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm just thinking, you know, somebody was just saying it or whatever. And then he was like, send me a couple logos or whatever. So I was like, okay. So I sent him a couple things, and then all of a sudden he was like, what do you think? I was like, I was in a meeting, a mod meeting, and it came through, and we were in an offline StreamYard because that's where I do my mod meetings and stuff. And we were in an offline StreamYard, and I was screen sharing stuff that we were talking about. And I screen shared that intro when we were, not just me, but I was just like fucking crazy. What a fucking intro. Grizz is the shit, I'm telling you. Thank you. I appreciate him so much. The dude, he's got a great heart. And he's definitely he'd be in chats, man. Like he'd be the one. Like I'd get ganged up on from all the ladies and shit, and in chat, and Grizz would be there to fucking, be the support. I appreciate him. Yeah, the intro's the shit. That's why I got that link. If you like the intro, I love it, because I do. That shit's badass. All right, sorry about that.
Because they don't drink, so they don't know how to handle themselves, and they're just dumb and.
Yeah.
Like, no, never. I mean, we had like a couple things that would happen from like people from out of town, like a lot of people from like Spokane or Seattle for some weird reason will come out to Moscow Pullman area to come party. And there was like a kid that got like robbed at gunpoint, I think, a few years ago. But it was somebody that wasn't even from here. Anytime we ever have anything kind of crazy like that happen, it's always somebody that's not from here. So
like the cops are like there's like probably like 20 cops parked in like the parking lot next to our.
No, never. I mean, we had like a couple things that would happen from like people from out of town, like a lot of people from like Spokane or Seattle for some weird reason will come out to Moscow Pullman area to come party. And there was like a kid that got like robbed at gunpoint, I think, a few years ago.
Just help a brother out here.
But it was somebody that wasn't even from here. Anytime we ever have anything kind of crazy like that happen, it's always somebody that's not from here. So
nobody wants to party. Like the cops are like
Creep Town.
Like
dude.
there's like probably like 20 cops parked in like the parking lot next to our neighborhood. Like, and there's like probably like another 5 like in the house like all day. There's always one that's there all night. So it's like I don't think anyone's trying to party with, you know what I mean? Like for whatever reason. So it's kind of funny. I thought they were like, just trying to like speed trap and pull people over for like the first few weeks, but then I realized that they're just nonstop working on this case. So they're always here. But
yeah, but it's kind of weird though because he was also at Wazoo, and like we're like as colleges we're pretty close over. Like it's not normal for like several cars of like kids to go back and forth to go to each other's parties and
like one of my neighbors returning hello after me, so I heard like a car shut, a door shut, and then like apartment door shut, and like also like a scream, but like that's like normal. Like I always hear like screaming almost every Saturday night, so like I didn't really like think of it. And so but like yeah, just looking back, I was like I wonder if like that wasn't just like some drunk dude. Like,
yeah, I appreciate that. I didn't know you were gonna say what you said at the beginning. Sorry, I'm a little choked up. It kind of got me a little bit. I really appreciate you saying what you said, and just all the time and the respect that you've given not only to the kids but the family in the case, and just trying to do the right thing.
Okay. So this is what I don't understand. This is another question about this. This is what I don't understand. So when he did the interview with the Drunk Turkey Show, right? Anonymous Dave. So when they asked him, how did you come across and end up contacting our show and Truth and Transparency? And that's when he went into this explanation about how once Emma Bailey was being talked about being a possible suspect, and how he didn't watch true crime shows, and he came across it on YouTube one day, and he checked out their show and thought that they were not about making a profit, not about, like they were respectful about everybody's opinion, like we are here. And so he said that's what, and then checked out Truth and Transparency and said that's what made him reach out for contact. So what the fuck kind of story is that? Because Anonymous Dave on Drunk Turkey Show answered with, well, I was watching some stuff on and hearing some stuff about Emma Bailey possibly being connected, and then this and that. It's like, if it's not the first question in the Drunk Turkey Show's episode, it's one of the first questions in the Drunk Turkey episode. So definitely check it out. Show some love to Drunk Turkey Show. Hit the like on that video as well and leave a comment. What the hell kind of story is that if Anonymous Dave is Enon? That's another thing that doesn't make sense.
Okay, I don't know. I think it's Einan. But when you hear this praising going on, that shit don't happen. If he hasn't followed this, he's not going to praise a creator like that. Oh, I want to give you props for how you've handled yourself. Stupid. This is the kind of stupid shit that pisses me off.
Look at that. I love that opinion.
I really appreciate that.
See, we speak the same language. You know what I mean? Like, so, hey, it's about what's inside here and the passion. I'm sorry. Sorry. It is what it is. It's real. That's what it is. It's real.
It's been a fucking tough year for a lot of us.
Parental
a lot of kids
advisory
that don't
up
want to
above.
show it, and they're just going to pretend like it never happened.
Yeah, voice changer.
That's why I came on.
I'm going to go to
But
Drunk
yeah, we'll
Turkey
go
and
much
show you guys what I'm talking about.
Trying to, like, I don't know. It's best to just try not to think about it, right now. But it's hard also because, like, we're surrounded by it everywhere. But
I think he talks just like him, but I don't know who this Saeed guy is. But regardless, Muddy in the Waters on YouTube. Muddy in the Waters.
I love her too. I appreciate her so much.
Yeah, crying. The crying was the fakest cry I've ever heard in my life. I don't think that crying was even real.
I got that Henryetta
I think that was
episode
just a
coming up.
fake Paul.
They don't drink, so they don't know how to.
And no college kid calls other kids kids. When you're older, you call college kids kids.
Right.
You don't call your peers kids. You don't
Right.
do that.
That's
People
right.
just don't do that.
They don't know how to drink because they don't drink, so they don't know how to handle themselves, and they're just dumb. No, never. I mean, we have like a couple things that would happen from like people from out of town, like a lot of people from Spokane or Seattle for some weird reason will come out to Moscow, Pullman area to come
Oh, I
party.
wonder why.
And there was like a kid that got like robbed at gunpoint, I think.
He's talking about people coming in from out of town to buy to sell drugs and shit. A kid got robbed at gunpoint.
A few years ago. But it was somebody that wasn't even from here. Anytime you ever have anything kind of crazy like that happen, it's always somebody that's not from here. So
I wonder
the
why.
cops are like there's like probably like 20 cops parked in like the parking lot next to.
No, never. I mean, we have like a couple things that would have.
No, he is using a voice changer. They said he was using
Mm-hmm.
a voice changer to protect his identity. No one knows who the fuck he is.
No.
What? Why does he need to protect his identity? He didn't even say anything that was damning. Why does he need to protect his identity? Doesn't even make sense. Protect his identity from who?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like people from out of town, like a lot of people from Spokane or Seattle for some weird reason will come out
for
to
some
Moscow,
odd
Pullman
reason.
area to come party. And there was like a kid that got like robbed at gunpoint, I think, a few years ago.
Oh shit.
but it was somebody that wasn't even from here. Anytime you ever have anything kind of crazy
Oh,
like that happen,
she's
it's
so
always
awesome.
somebody that's not from here.
She's so awesome.
Yeah, because there's only like 5,000 people from there, right?
Oh, she's awesome.
Nobody wants to party. Like the cops are like there's like probably like 20 cops parked in like the parking lot. Next
He
to
talks about the
neighborhood,
same shit
like,
too.
And there's like probably like another 5 like in the house like all day. There's always one that's there all night. So it's like I don't think anyone's trying to party with, you know what I mean? Like for whatever reason.
I gotta link up with her.
So it's
sometime on
kind
a
of funny. I
show.
thought they were like.
She's so awesome. Oh my god. I
No
can't-
one's trying to party. Because the cops are everywhere, man. And Dave talks about the same shit. Watch.
You know, just trying to like speed trap and pull people over for like the first few weeks, but then I realized that they're just like
She ain't about that
just
bullshit either, you know?
so
She ain't about that
they're always
bullshit.
here.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird though because he was also at Wazoo, and like
my
we're
chest is hurting
like
from that
as
fucking
colleges
laugh.
we're pretty close over. Like it's not normal for like several cars of like kids to go back and forth to go to each other's parties.
Like you know, like one of my neighbors returning a lot. After me, so I've heard like, you know, a car shut, a door shut, and then like, you know, apartment door shut, and like also like a scream. But like, you know, that's like normal. Like I always hear like screaming almost every Saturday night. So like
I mean, it's the truth though.
And so, but like, yeah, just looking back, I was like, I wonder,
Why is my
like,
J not in there?
you know, that wasn't just like some drunk dude. Like,
Yeah, I appreciate that. I didn't know you were gonna say what you said at the beginning. Sorry, a little choked up. Kind of got me a little bit.
Okay.
I really appreciate you saying what you said, and just all the time and the respect that you've given not only to the kids but the
she's
family and
funny
the
as
case,
shit.
and just trying to do the right thing.
Well, you
yeah, I
definitely-
really appreciate that. It's been a fucking tough year for a lot of us. A lot of kids that don't want to show it and they're just gonna pretend like it never happened. You know, and a bunch of other reasons, which are why I came on. But yeah, I'll go ahead and let you take it.
Trying to like, I don't know. It's best to just try not to think about it, you know, right now. But it's hard also because like we're surrounded by it everywhere. But
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. So yeah, let's see what you guys think about this poll.
I just want to hear what the poll is, and then we'll get to the.
35% of you think. Wait, 34% of you think he's legit. 64% do not. Einan can't even speak without using like every other word. Dave has used like twice over. Dave said like a lot.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna switch. I'm not gonna play any of it. We'll probably save this for the show that I'm gonna do with him, and we're gonna watch the whole thing. Now, this is a 40-minute freaking video, okay? But I think I'm gonna do an episode on him. Maybe Sunday night. If not Sunday, the beginning of next week before I have my night off on Wednesday. So here's the link to this. We're gonna watch this either Sunday night or Monday night. It just depends on what's coming out. I have a feeling that there's gonna be a lot more stuff with Henryetta and a lot more conversation with Henryetta coming up on Sunday maybe. But if it's some shit that I gotta wait until the next Saturday show to talk about some more, then I might save that. So I don't know. It's kind of up in the air right now with Sunday night with exactly which one I'm going to be going with. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to cover both of them like I am tonight. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that on Sunday. For either case, each one's going to take up a whole show. So yeah, please hit the like if you haven't yet. I appreciate that, Cassie. Thank you. And only if I've earned it. And the sub too. If you're not subbed or checking out on replay, I appreciate it. So this is that episode that SRB sent me a link to. I appreciate that. Now I think this is Hidden True Crime. I'll go ahead and click on this when I exit the video so I don't have to keep flip-flopping back and forth. So I believe, and she believes, this is the video that Jay was using when it came to that. This is definitely one. We're going to be checking out multiple interviews with him. I just want to hear, because you know what? Even if it's the 10% of truth in somewhere in those words, I wanna like search for that 10%, because that's what I'm doing when we're watching this shit. I'm searching for that 10%, and once I see it, and then we're gonna figure it out. Even though it could be most lies, which is a possibility, there's always a little bit of truth in somebody's words, and I want to try and figure out what those little bits of truth are. How's your batteries, Cassie? Should I go to the next video? Now, this is what I'm going to show real quick while I'm waiting. This is let me see here. So this is Drunk Turkey Show. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. Now I'm going to play the reason I'm going to play for you. We played this whole video the other night. It's in the description a couple nights ago. We did the one with Truth and Transparency, and then we did the one with Drunk Turkey Show. Now, this is what's interesting about this one. Listen to his response to the question when he's asked how he came in contact or came across their channels, and
that was
what took place, you know, for his reason. And I believe it's the first question, if not the first, it's one of. It's fairly quickly into the interview here. So I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead there, please. I'm going to put the link in chat. And if you'd like to watch the whole video, go ahead and save this to your playlist in the future. And why did it not update my banner? There we go. All right. So we'll play this real quick.
I'm gonna need you guys there. So, without further ado, let's bring Dave into the conversation. How you doing, Dave?
We still got a Henryetta update coming up.
Hey man, doing all right. How you guys doing?
Doing well. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
thanks for having me.
All righty, we'll get into it.
Every once in a while, your daughter
We better.
is doing really well.
I know what you're trying to do, Cassie. You're trying to collect enough part twos together where it's nothing but an episode of us talking about your theories, isn't it? I bet it is. And we can do that, because I want to hear all these part twos, damn it.
That's big blue. So we spoke. We're
good.
Last week, you've come out on TNT with Truth and Transparency with Elena.
I appreciate
great interview. I was in the live chat watching that. There was a couple of questions, from folks that they were wanting, I guess, answered, and the first one is that I guess people just don't understand is one. Have you been following the Kohberger case online? Has been something that you've been following on YouTube, watching creators? Is it something that's new? And what kind of turned you on to Truth and Transparency and to also the Drunk Turkey Show?
Timestamp 5:45.
Yeah, so basically, Damon, I told you, I was kind of close to some specific stuff that happened.
Right.
And when it did happen, I started looking into, the two individuals, and I ended up watching basically like the body cam video of, like her DUI. And then it kind of led me down like a little rabbit hole, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, I was just kind of like up late one night, and just kind of stumbled across, I think it was Lana's channel first, and then I found like your channel. and because I didn't realize that a lot of people were trying to like look into her as a part of orders, and then just kind of started just seeing what like you guys were talking about and like the videos you were posting, and
I was in the live chat watching that. There was a couple of questions, from folks that they were wanting, I guess, answered, and the first one is that I guess people just don't understand is one, have you been following the Kohberger case online? Has this been something that you've been following on YouTube, watching creators? Is it something that's new? And what kind of turned you on to Truth and Transparency and to also the picture? Thank you, Angel D.
There's the closed captioning.
Yeah, so basically, Dane, I told you, I was kind of close to some specific stuff that happened. And when it happened, I started looking into, the two individuals, and I ended up watching basically like the body cam video of, like her DUI. And then it kind of led me down like a little rabbit hole, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, I was just kind of like up late one night, and just kind of stumbled across, I think it was Lana's channel first, and then I found like your channel. And because I didn't realize that a lot of people were trying to like look into her as a part of like the 4 murders, and then just kind of started just seeing what like you guys were talking about and like the videos you were posting, and YouTube were the first that I saw, and honestly, you just kind of felt like you guys were the ones I should come talk to,
Right.
Still I'm nervous right now. Still, I mean,
yeah,
it's tough, kind of, still doing this no matter what. I don't know, just something told me and especially like after watching, a couple of the videos you guys put out, it just didn't seem like you guys were like the clout chasers or trying to call everyone liars or exploit the situation for your own like personal benefit.
Right.
Yeah. So that was just kind of like my path and my journey. I just kind of ended up stumbling across it. Then I saw the video where WS Kim came on, heard what she had to say, and like I said before, it just kind of like opened my eyes. Like I was telling Lana, a lot of us are with each other 99.9% of the time. We hardly ever talk to our parents. Maybe a couple text messages, phone call once a week, that type of stuff. So we think everybody knows what we know, and just like that especially just kind of like opened my eyes to like, holy crap, I didn't realize like the whole.
And this is what don't make sense either about what he's saying right here. To me, it seems like he's talking like he still exists in the community. And as far as I know, Enon doesn't even live in the same state anymore, right? So you guys definitely got to check out this show. Go to the 5:45, 5 minutes and 45 seconds. It's right away into the stream. Okay. And just hear what he has to say in your earbuds, like it just seems to me like he's talking like he's still in the community.
Like I was telling Lana, a lot of us are with each other 99.9% of the time. We hardly ever talk to our parents. Maybe a couple text messages, phone call once a week, that type of stuff. So we think everybody knows what we know. And
it's like he's
just
talking like he's still
that
in the
especially just kind of like opened my eyes to like, holy crap, I didn't realize like the whole rest of the world doesn't know that like so many of us knew and how we knew and like what happened, how the information got relayed, like so casually through like Snapchat, just different stuff like that. Just starts making you wonder, starts making you ask questions, and then just kind of like started looking, started watching, and then I reached out.
Got you. Thank you so much for reaching.
Yeah, if you definitely want to check out the full episode, go ahead and click on the link and save it to your playlist. I don't know. I mean, I see what you guys are saying, right? Like, I heard the recording. I mean, it definitely sounds just like him. Definitely. But man, you got to be making up some shit right there in the beginning of that call with regards to how you ran across. And I mean, if he's back, he's back. Good night, Cassie. I know. I'm going to probably be ending it here in about a half an hour, honestly, because then I'll be up like 22 or something. And I need some sleep. I got a long day tomorrow. I got to go through some information, 2 hours worth, 2.5 hours worth of a phone call of information and notes. I need to go through. I'm going to be having more conversations. I got prep to do for tomorrow night's show. And I'm also going to try and get on tomorrow and play this Dateline episode if there's time. If not, I might do a read through of Papa Rogers stuff tomorrow afternoon, because Sunday afternoon I'm gonna try and do a Flora episode. If for some reason I'm not able to do Sunday afternoon, late morning Flora episode, then it takes precedence over Sunday night's episode, and it will be a Flora episode Sunday night. So whatever time allows there. But we're definitely going to be covering a whole episode of Idaho 4 with Enon. I'm going to be going into it for sure. Definitely going to explore it. Even though I'm kind of like, at first I'm like, yeah, that's got to be him. Now I'm listening to some of the story and it's like, okay, it could be him. Not saying it's not. But damn, man, if it is, why in the hell are you saying that shit at the beginning of that phone call? Why are you even saying it? How you... Like Emma Bailey? I don't know. Answer me this. Was Emma Bailey a freaking suspect all the way back then? Because I thought she just became... Not a suspect, sorry. Speculative. How should... I don't know. I need to figure out a word for that. A speculative suspect, in our opinions. How did as far as I know, it wasn't that long ago. 8 p.m. just... Aw. That's awesome, Ray. So that's speculative. We got a lot to go into the next week, I'm telling you. I know these shows are long, and I apologize, everybody. I apologize for my shows always being so damn long. One day in the future, when if I get blessed to make this what I truly have a passion for, it's gonna be a Monday through Friday 8 to motherfucking 4 show. So I know they're long right now, and trust me, I have future passions about having 8 to 4 Monday through Friday. But if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. But I can say one thing about my shows. There's always interesting commentating, conversation. I'm not about fluff or BS. And I hope that you learned something out of watching these shows. What's up, T.I.? Thank you. I appreciate you for hopping in. I'm sorry, I just saw your message. Yeah, I will watch it for sure. So I'm going to cover this video. That was the Drunk Turkey show. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we go into Idaho 4 and the whole Enon, Anonymous Dave and stuff like that. So this is a video that came out a day ago. Didn't get to cover too much about it, but I'm going to go ahead and play it. Supposedly the mother spoke to police. I don't know if they really mentioned that in that video, but I remember listening listened to it before. Is Tia and Ava, is this the episode that you're talking about? Because I saved this one to my Henryetta folder. Is it the Henryetta Unalives updates and discussion from an hour ago? Kate does crime. Speaking of, Ava, can you do me a favor and throw Tia's link in the chat for everybody here? And I do enjoy, this is a great content creator too. Kate Does Crime. I came across her channel recently as I started covering the case when this case took place, unfortunately. And I have a passion for this case because, you know, if you guys are familiar with my coverage of the Stephen Smith case, you'll understand the kind of passion that I'm going to be approaching this case. It's Stephen Smith and that kind of passion, and it's going to be with a little zest too, because this is, you know, you think the details behind the way that things went down with the Stephen Smith cover-up type shit was fucked up. This Henryetta shit is fucked up times a million. I'm telling you, this shit is fucking crazy. And when I tell you I'm giving my fucking all, you already know. Check my Stephen Smith shit. You know what I mean. I've had people fucking email me to be quiet. I've had people email me to be safe. You know what? I may not be here tomorrow. So I'm giving everything I got. I'm giving everything 150%, no matter what. So for sure, I will check that out. Seriously, I got a busy day tomorrow, but I will when I wake up. I am definitely gonna. Is there a certain? Can you guys do me a favor, Tia and Ava? Is there like a certain timestamp that you guys want me to check out when it comes to that video? Hey, it is what it is, Ava. I appreciate you. I'm not gonna fucking release that shit. You're crazy. I don't put too much to him. Hell, Ray, you can go to my comment section in some of my videos and see people telling me to be safe. There's other fucking, yeah. When you listen, because this is totally out of respect for this person, because listen, I understand. Like at first when I was like, people need to speak up, right? At first when I'm like, people need to speak up from there. And I don't want people to take my my highlight video I made before I did the show, you know, from this afternoon about Henryetta community. Let's talk. I don't want people to take that the wrong way, as in let's talk, tell me some fucking answers type shit. It ain't even like that. It's let's talk. I understand the community, right? Let's talk. I understand where you're coming from. So when there's a community, and this is why I made the highlight, and this is the context I want to explain to people when I made that highlight. This is what, when it comes to the prison chaplain, right? If he don't even feel comfortable enough to be able to say some shit, even if it is, I had nothing to do with it, I didn't know, which we're going to watch this video now. But as far as I know, when Brian Enton showed up to his door, he quickly texts Brian Etten back, no comment, which means don't show the fuck back up. So if the prison chaplain can't speak on either side about it, then I totally I understand. Like, I'm not, because of the conversations that I've had beyond watching that you know, that video or whatever, the real conversations that I've had when I'm talking to somebody from Henryetta, all right, I'm from the area, from what is it, Muskogee. I mean, there's so many notes that I have written down from the I'm going to be going into it tomorrow night, but I understand why people can't say nothing. I get it. I totally get it. And so that's why I'm totally fine talking to somebody, even though they want to remain anonymous, because I know the shit that I was being talked, you know, the questions I had, I was basically interviewing this person, and the questions that I was asking and the answers that I was given, I know, and I totally 100% believe that this person is from that frickin' area. That's no frickin' lie. Okmulgee. I'm sorry. Like, we were talking, I don't want to say too much. We were talking like a lot of different, there's a lot of different towns, and yeah, we'll get into it tomorrow night. I appreciate that. You guys are the best. Like, seriously, whenever I watch you guys, LFT, you, whether it's in chat or whether it's up on panel, you guys have the utmost respect. You totally care about all the cases that you cover, and I totally appreciate everything that you bring to the table, because you guys, you know, you guys are like way up here, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just, you guys are like, I could only wish to be as good as you all, for real. Like, you guys do such a tremendous job. I can never offer enough love in return. Wow. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I missed something Ray said. Be safe. Sarcasm, Ray? Sarcasm. So it was, how do I explain it? You could take it either way. I'll put it that way. You could take it either way. And if you understand what I mean by sarcastic, then you know the kind of, you know what I mean? Hopefully you get what I'm saying. I don't want to pay too much attention to it, because honestly, like I said, we might not be here tomorrow. I ain't trying to, I don't allow that shit to entertain my atmosphere, and this whatever. I would love to. Just let me know whenever. I don't want to interrupt anything y'all got going on, because seriously, like, you all have way so much more knowledge than I do. I'll admit that shit. I appreciate, Ray, you always have great, kind words, and I appreciate you, Ray, your support and everything, man. Ever since you came in the channel, man, you've always been great. All right, we're going to check out this video real quick, and we'll be ending the show in about 20 minutes. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me so damn late, because usually I'm a 7 Central, 6:30 Central to a 10:30 Central show, and I'm just kicking in late tonight. What? I ain't even seen that Dateline shit yet, man. Dang. I thought it would be popping off here in a little bit. I still don't see it. All right, this is Chaplin who married McFadden's. I didn't know them. So I don't know when this came out. It said a day ago, but I thought Enton showed up and he said no comment.
You know, every time we learn something new about the Oklahoma Slumber Party massacre, it comes with a whole bunch of more, questions. It's definitely true with what I'm about to share with you tonight. The first piece of info comes from a guy named Ken Farnham. He's the prison chaplain who married Jesse and Holly McFadden. A lot of people have been wondering why he officiated that wedding of a sex offender a year after.
Well, and I want to say, in last night's episode, Kevin Kraft did make a good point. I don't know the backgrounds. I'm just doing my job. Like, Kevin Kraft did make up a great point, and I did include that in the highlight video that I did make about the whole prison chaplain. And I think it was in the highlight. That's right. He made a great point, though. It's true. Maybe he was just doing his job.
He was like released from the jail, right? So why do you need the prison chaplain? And then why also was the sheriff's administrative assistant, woman named Melissa Smalley?
That's fishy.
Why was she a witness?
That's fishy.
To this pair's joyous day.
And then the checkup, Banfield.
Okay, well, the chaplain, Mr. Farnham, he spoke to Erin Christie. She is a news
about the
anchor
son
at Tulsa
of
station
the assistant? Come on.
KJRH. And he said this was all a coincidence. He said he had never met McFadden before. He said he just happened to be at City Hall when Jesse and Holly turned up to get hitched. And the other officiants at that moment were busy. Thus, he says he stepped in. I'm a prison chaplain, so he said he could do it. That was what he told the news anchor. So then he also said about Smalley that was why she was a witness, because she was also working at City Hall. Just happened to be there.
Like I said, they work at your local ice cream parlor, too.
I can totally do buy-in here that the chaplain never met McFadden and wouldn't have any idea that he's a convicted, dangerous sex offender marrying a woman with 3 kids. But you would think that Ms. Smalley would know who he was. Because according to Ms. Smalley's LinkedIn page, one of her duties is registering people like Jesse McFadden, sex offenders. And McFadden had just been released like a year before, so he'd be registering in the last year. And you would think that their paths might have crossed. It's a really small community.
Maybe.
The name McFadden isn't
Unless it's a fucking cover-up.
Smith. You think?
And wait till tomorrow night. Tia, if you have Twitch, because I can't do members only shows, so I'm gonna be doing basically a members only on Twitch. So if you have Twitch, if anything, I could even invite you on StreamYard if you don't have Twitch. But I'm gonna be basically doing a members only on Twitch, and it's Twitch only, and it's only gonna be available for me after it's over. It's gonna be one of those shows. I wish I could do it on YouTube, but I'm not at the sub count yet. But once I am, I'm definitely doing it, because I can't. I need to talk about stuff, but I can't. I gotta. And it's not. I'll explain it in private message.
Think he would have stood out. Her son did the only on-site check as a member of the sheriff's department.
Be talking about it tomorrow.
You would think she might have thought twice about overseeing a marriage of a mother of 3 teen kids to that guy, dangerous sex offender.
And we've
been getting a whole.
And with her job description and her duties, that she saw the children come with Holly when she went to visit him in prison, because she had brought the children with her. So that's why this lady is so sus on this frickin' marriage license. And then her son is the one that frickin' goes out there to do the checkup. it's almost like Jesse knew. It's almost like Jesse knew who his landlord was going to be before he got out. Jesse already knew who his wife was going to be before he got out. He already knew who his next victims were going to be when he got out. All because Ellie didn't respond to the 8-9 people that reached out to him telling him about his fucking convictions, what the hell he was doing, where he was living, who was living with him. Not even showed up to check it out one time. What the hell? Landlord, you don't tell on me, I won't tell on you, shit. Ah, man. Sorry.
A whole lot more questions also about the phone numbers. The 32 phones registered at the home where the murder-suicide took place. Specifically, that Holly's mother and Holly's ex-husband both had phones that were registered to that murder address. Now, early on...
Well, that's obvious. Holly lived there with her ex before she... What the fuck? Wait a minute. Yeah, he should have never gotten out. Thank you for the follow, Mega Jane. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay. This is one thing This is what... It's driving me nuts. I wish I could say some shit. Oh, yes, exactly. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I don't think it was just the landlord. Tomorrow night. I'm sorry.
The home was described as McFadden's property, right? Almost like it was his hideaway, his torture chamber, his sex dungeon. Turns out it's not really the case. The house was actually rented
100,
by Holly
Ray.
and her ex-husband, Joe
100.
Guess, long before Jesse McFadden ever got his filthy face in the picture. So when Joe and Holly split up last year and Joe moved out, McFadden moved in. Happy family. We have spoken to Ivy Webster's father, Justin Webster, and she's, of course, one of McFadden's victims on the sleepover. He tells us that the house was indeed this family's main residence, this torture chamber with all the restraints and sex toys and drugs everywhere.
Yeah, but we don't know if that shit was there the whole time. It could have been just recently put there while this humongous crime of a day, multiple days, whatever it may have been, took place. Now, I remember an interview in the very beginning with the aunt and mom of Holly, where the mom of Holly stated that she had the kids more than Holly. So that is concerning to me. But I could easily see somebody in her position, if he was able, you look at the family, man. You look at the shit that Jesse and his brother are into, or were into, for one of them. It's some sick, sadistic shit. And I can't imagine the types of torture this dude could use to manipulate somebody. So I'm not sure yet. Yeah, she was writing the previous cellmate there, and I think he said that Jesse had obtained Holly's information from him, if I'm not mistaken. Joe? And ain't that shit crazy, Ray?
That was the family's main residence.
Great
And he said
comment.
it was just down the street from their own home, from Justin's own home, and Ivy. He said that's why, we could see the teenagers' bedrooms in the family videos and photos that were released by, Justin Webster and his family when they took these pictures through the crime scene. Justin Webster also tells us that his daughter Ivy would sleep over there all the time. And that Tiffany, Holly's daughter and the other teenage victim, Tiffany would come and sleep at their house too. McFadden's apparently also had a ranch in a place called McAllister, Oklahoma. That's 40 miles away from this place in Henryetta. And Mr. Webster says that his daughter Ivy would also go there, but never spent the night there. We've seen the horrors in the McFadden's main residence.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I glanced at the comment and I didn't read it all the way through there. She was writing, okay, just as pen pal stuff. I thought she bamboozled Joe. I mean, I'm sorry, but when you think it takes 10 years. I'm somebody that got full custody. It don't take that damn long. 10 years, I'm sorry. I think he bamboozled her, or she bamboozled him. She was writing letters to other, as just pen pal stuff, nothing. Because I don't know. I heard this shit from James, I think. James. And then obviously you know what happened with Jesse. You know what I'm saying? So, damn, that shit's interesting. I would love to have you on. I'm going to be ending it here in a few minutes. I got to have you on too. You guys are amazing.
Right? Hopefully police have decided to search the ranch in McAllister too. We're certainly waiting to see what is in the other six, count 'em, search warrants issued by the police. There were 8 total. I'm going to bring you that information when we get it. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com.
Always does that. I don't know. It just... Some of these videos, man, sometimes they tell you shit and it doesn't really tell you shit, you know? We got the no comment, but just like the mother spoke to police, I didn't even really hear shit about the mother speaking to police in that video. Now, this is a good one right here. That's a good one with the dad. He's such... And that one's a horror. Oh, crazy. Let me see here. This is one I didn't watch from 4 days ago. We'll just check this out, and then I'm going to go ahead and end it for the evening. I appreciate everybody hanging out. I might do a couple highlight videos after this, or maybe I'll just wait till the morning, and I'll just head to bed now. Definitely let you know ahead of time if I'm getting on late morning, early afternoon. I might do a read through of Papa Roger shit, or we'll see what happens. I might get a while hair up my ass and keep talking about this other shit. But I'll definitely be on tomorrow night on Twitch. That's it. Like I said, if anybody does have to pay the $5, I'll gladly do Twitch only shows, the member type shit, for the next few Saturdays, so you get your $5 worth. And if you have Amazon Prime, it's a free sub. And then most people have it. I do, you know. It's a free sub, so. But I'll definitely give you, if somebody has to pay for it, I'll definitely do Saturday nights Twitch only, just so you guys can get your money's worth. Prison chaplain.
I want to bring in Cameron Spradling. He is a local attorney representing Ivy Webster's family.
Performed
He's live with
McFadden's
me now. Cameron, we've been, periodically touching base to sort of find out the most we can, given the fact that law enforcement has been so tight-lipped. Do you have any updates at all since we spoke last week?
I can't believe I'm still up.
Yeah, this was so bizarre that this came about. It was kind of like a rumor that we were tracked down. I have
I
a
want to
very
hear
good
about that too.
former FBI agent named Martha Justice, and she's my private investigator. And I put her on this problem with this marriage license, and I can try to give you a timeline if you'd like, but it looks like May of 2021, he moved into the community, Jesse McFadden, and checked in as a sex offender with the sheriff's secretary. And then it was about December of 2021 that Holly got divorced. And then in March or so, we know that he was already living in the house. And in May, he comes back to the jail. And this is May of 2022, and he gets married by the jail chaplain, witnessed by the sheriff's secretary. And here's
That's
the
fucked
crazy
up right
thing.
there.
Let me add one thing that you haven't mentioned.
The chaplain.
Less than a month after the marriage, there was only one time that a sheriff's deputy ever checked the house, and that was after the wedding.
Right.
And there's no other checks at all before or after at the residence of this sex offender. And the check was done by the sheriff's the sheriff's secretary's son. And
Melissa Smalley's son is the sheriff's deputy that did the check at Jesse McFadden's house. Let me repeat that. Let me repeat that just so, because it's a lot.
This shit's got me hot.
For our audience to follow too. Melissa Smalley, who's the assistant deputy, she's with the sheriff's department. She's the assistant who's.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, this shit is normal for them.
Signed the marriage certificate. She has a son who's a sheriff's deputy.
Yes.
That's why this shit needs to be talked about more and 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 more, because they can't talk for themselves because of this fucking shit. It's us. We are the ones that gotta talk about this shit. We are the ones that gotta make that person across the fucking United States sit there and go, you know what? Maybe the dude on YouTube doesn't have the legal background, doesn't have the political power, doesn't have the fucking the financial means to be able to take on these fucking people and this type of fucking shit that's going on. But maybe somebody that does will hear one of us fucking talking about it, and they will go, you know what? I'm about to fucking do something that is really gonna fucking be able to make a humongous fucking difference when it comes to these people in the community that want to have a
Right, there's another nugget.
Her son, Crafton Smalley, is 30 years old and lives with her.
Sorry, I can't go on
And
a
he
rant.
did the site check
It's too late.
in June of 2022, just after the marriage, and that was the only site check that was ever made at that house.
Right on, man.
So,
And by the way,
I mean, wow.
Yeah, and according to the site check, the documents himself, all he did was verify that he was at the house. That's all that took
Didn't
place.
go in and take a look at some of the restraints and the candied drugs. Okay. So then
Correct.
the next question is,
Banfield, we don't know if it. Listen, the one next to the fucking mattress, yeah, I don't think that one was put there that fucking weekend. But the one in the kitchen, you know, the drugs laying out. I don't know.
if you're a registered sex offender, it's my understanding you have to check in every 3 months. It also, in his paperwork, says he was compliant. What does that mean if there was only one on-site check? What else would have happened or likely would have happened to get this compliant designation?
He didn't do anything. There's no explanation for that at all. There was only one check on him at the
Every single one of those fucking people over there. Not the community. Let me rephrase that. Some of the community. Because there is good people in that community. There's just a fucking fog around them because of all this shit that's been going on for generations and how shit gets down over there. And it's 2023. It's about to change.
address. We don't have any proof that DHS ever
These people
went
deserve
to that
comfort,
house and saw
man.
where those children were living at.
This is
We don't have any proof
2023.
that anyone ever went into the house and looked
Cameron,
at
would
the
he have been going?
situation.
So I'm just trying to, I never, lived with or been close friends with a sex offender, but would it be possible that he would check himself in at the sheriff's department, bring donuts and
Right.
say, hi,
Right.
it's me, Jesse. I'm one of the good guys. I'm making it easy on you. You don't have to get in your cruiser and come to my ranch. I'll just come in and do it for you. How are you all?
I have two theories on this. The one theory is you have to understand that sex offenders are manipulative. They're brilliant at what they do in persuading people. And so when he checked in May, he just dropped in so they didn't have to go find him and endeared himself
Special
to them.
deal
introduced
with
them
the
to Holly,
landlord.
his fiance. Life is good. He was going to be their success story to them. And they opened their hearts to him, opened their chapel to him, opened their chaplain to him, opened the secretary, and they all had a big wedding. That's one theory, that they were all taking advantage. The other theory is that they knew.
And maybe they were connected deeper than that when it comes to... How can I say this without saying too much, without... Opportunities.
Before he was married, that he was living in that house with 3 children, and he wasn't married. I mean, he wasn't married to her.
They all
and that would be a
benefited.
violation. So they suggested to him, come to the jail, let's get you married so that you won't have a problem anymore. And that's why her son was the one that did the site check 3 weeks after the marriage.
We are not finished this conversation. Wow. All of this stinks.
Yeah, it all stinks. And we've actually used some of his tweets on the previous show. That's the attorney. And you're damn straight, Ava. Like, I'm telling you, when I sat down and I was having a conversation with this person, and I was like, hey, I wanted to, we talked background and everything, and even some personal stories, and I appreciate that person opening up enough to me to be able to tell me even some personal stories. I said, when this case first happened, I was doing a show on another topic, and we started off that show because somebody had reached out and mentioned what took place, and I had seen it in my breaking news, because I always kind of check it right before we start every show, and it had came out, and I thought the Amber Alert stuff was kind of odd because I had seen stuff come across the sub thing about it being issued and then about it being gone, and by the time that I got home, I had realized what was taking place. And the next night that we talked about it, we started to investigate. It didn't make no damn sense. Then after a couple days of it coming out, we saw, and thank God for the family and the videos that they took, because I honestly believe if it wasn't for that family that took the videos, I don't know if we'd even be able to talk about it as much. I don't think a lot of this stuff it would have been hard because I'm not, because that type of shit goes down a lot, right? And I started to like think about it in my head, like, why in the hell are all of these people, why is all this shit happening? And I'm like, it's beyond what I'm thinking. And I just kept racking my brain. I come across something on my breaking news feed that the prep shit that I do before I do my shows, and it came across on accident. And I was like, huh. So I checked it out, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is what makes sense. So then when I had these conversations, I said, can I ask you something? And you don't have to. This is some of my theories. And I expressed them. And they said, CJ, you're right on. And it goes even deeper than that. And you're damn straight, Ava. Shit you wouldn't even believe could be fucking real. It's exactly right there. It happens. It really does. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. So is this shit. And he ain't on no bullshit either. So if you're on Twitter, definitely follow him. Let me go to that real quick. Let me go to my Twitter, because I do follow him and I want to share that with you all. Give me 1 second. I know he's on here somewhere. And then we're going to go ahead and end it, and I'll be back tomorrow. Where's it at? There it is. Right here. And here's the link. No. Just go to him. There we go. So here's the link for the attorney. So you guys can have that. If you're on Twitter and you're not following him, please do. Great information, and he's connected to some other individuals there doing a bunch of great work. So I want to say thank you to him. He don't know who the fuck I am, but I'm just saying thank you, bro. Appreciate your hard work and your efforts. All right. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Holy shit, it's late as fuck for this guy over here. I'm about to get some damn good sleep, because I'll be up 24 in about 2. Then I'll definitely be making some highlights. I'm going to make a highlight out of the end of this fucking show, because and I hope people don't take my highlight the wrong way. I'm really reaching out to the people of the community there, because I want to be their voice. I'm not here to accuse anybody of shit. What I am here is to be the voice for the people that can't be the voice, because if I was in the same position, I'd want somebody to do it for me. So if anybody does, you know where my heart's coming from. And I ain't about that bullshit either. I would definitely want that for me if somebody was able to do it, if I was in the same position. Thank you, everybody, so much for the crazy ass time of a stream. I appreciate you. I hope you all have a peaceful and positive sleep, because it is so late. And thank you so much. And I can't wait to see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.
Welcome to the future.